I've been thinking about you. Made me wanna try and undo everything that hurt you bad and made you sad. Sorry I was bitter. Lately I've been thinking about you. Made me wanna try and undo everything that hurt you bad and made you sad. Sorry I was bitter. I'm sorry I couldn't be better for you. I'm sorry I couldn't be better for you.
Yeah. 난 아직 미안해 remember the times 난 아직 집 앞에 서 있어 아직 기억이 나 It's bittersweet now 하루 지나가도 I ain't sleeping in now 미치도록 노력해도 can't explain how yeah 좀 더 잘할걸 같이 있을 때 I should've said it 말하고 미안하지만 난 이제 moving on and on 이제 삶도 지쳐 think it's time we move along yeah
Baby, lately I've been thinking about you. Made me wanna try and undo everything that hurt you bad and made you sad. Sorry I was bitter. I'm sorry I couldn't be better for you. I'm sorry I couldn't be better for you.
Yeah 추운 겨울날 새벽 문자 보냈지 잠깐보다 술 취해 몰래 내가 보냈지 난 몰랐지 너도 같은 생각이라고 미안하단 말 없이 You told me that you gotta go 누구보다 You deserve a better man 내 말 들어봐 이제 연락하지 마 I don't think I can 후회될까봐 나 요즘 겁이 나 갈수록 좀 날겠지 For now I guess I gotta lie
I know I was at my worst, and I took you for granted. And I took the wrong turns, wrong choices, yeah, I took advantage. When I should have been patient and kind, instead of making weak alibis. I really messed up, sorry I was bitter, I can do better. Lately I've been thinking about you. Made me wanna try and undo everything that hurt you bad and made you sad. Sorry I was bitter. I'm sorry I couldn't be better for you. 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 Sorry I was bitter.
Here we are, we locked down in different cities, and our virtual connection falls apart. Guess it's been too many years since California. Now the memories of us is all I have. See, one day I'm gonna reach ya, take a plane for many miles. We pretend that time didn't pass us by when we're on Mulholland Drive. I know it won't be long before dawn, gotta be patient for a while. Someday we'll look at stars in this same sky when I'm on the other side. Take me back to the life that we once knew, when the walls weren't closing in like they are now. Cause it's been too many years since California. I wish I could get there, I don't know how. See, one day I'm gonna reach ya, take a plane for many miles. We pretend that time didn't pass us by when we're on Mulholland Drive. I know it won't be long before dawn, gotta be patient for a while. Someday we'll look at stars in the same sky when I'm on the other side. Oh.
Hello, everybody. Hi. Happy end of the weekend.
You
Hello.
once were a vegan.
What is happening?
But now you will.
Why
be
am I
gone.
being gone?
Vegan.
What the heck? I'm making Girl Week happen? Thank you, Mavis. What the heck? That's so many. Thank you very, very much. What? We just started. Huh? Thank you. Thank you for the 10 gifted. I see that town on the Birder. Lats85, Azathoth. Az got one. Nice. Kells, Zach, Just Lex, Library Dove, The Famished, Riavash, and Aaron Burr. If any of you are here, please make sure you're saying thank you to Mavis. Enjoy the emotes. Enjoy the sub badge. Okay, wait. Let me... hello, everybody, first of all. Thank you so much for joining. Purple Heart Soul, what's up? Squeebles, hello. Amy, how we doing? Jacob, what's going on? Finn, hello. Nice to see you here. Mavis, Nuray, good to see some familiar names in chat. Andrew Mixis, how we doing? What do you mean that it's the last day, the last chance? Okay, so those of you who don't know, Austin, what's going on? Staff, hey, hello, hi, welcome everybody. Ren, how we doing? I need Girl Week more than I need air. Oh my gosh. So distracted by that I knocked a plate off my bed. Jesus, good God. Library Dove is a superhero in the Steven Spawn universe? Are they? I don't know if I've had the pleasure of talking to them or meeting them. And then, hello, hi, May. How are we doing? Good to see you here. What the fuck is this? Is this a copy pasta, or are you just like on cocaine, Ian? Would love to know. My God, I passed the fuck out during stream yesterday. Astro, all good. I mean, it was a very low energy stream. Kia, what's going on? Hello. Yeah, is this the new pasta? It might be the new pasta. Who knows? I had a stroke reading that. I felt like I was addicted to heavy substances or something. Alex Flower, how we doing? Glad you survived the Ethan Smooch apocalypse. Not only did I survive it, I might have been the keynote recipient of the smooching, you know? So, hello, hi, Zenith, hey, what's up? Hello, hi, welcome to the stream. Squishes with hugs and warm my community with love and laughter. Appreciate that. We literally just got started. I'm still on my intro screen. I'm still not even on the camera yet. Okay, we got a number of things to go through. Pasta, Sona, fettuccine. We're not doing Sonas. We just got a raid. Here, let me put myself on screen. Let's get this party rolling. Thank you again to Mavis for the generosity. Hello, hi, welcome to the stream. Anyone who's brand new here, please read the rules so you don't get timed out by me, a mod, or Nightbot. I would hate to have that happen. If you're brand new here, hello, hi, my name is Brian, aka Girbeagly. I am a Korean-American full-time Twitch partner, YouTuber, and voice actor. I do a little bit of everything from AAA games down to indies. I open up Pokemon cards, and I do a little bit of cosplay from time to time. Speaking of Tuesday, well, no, let's not get into that. I'm going to get, like, fucking so distracted. Oh, God, there's so many different things. Now I'm reading Pasta Sonas in the chat, too. So I'm obviously very distracted by that. By the way, I would be, I think if I had to be a pasta, I would probably be, I think they're called, like, cavatavi, whatever the ones that are, like, the big spirals, not, like, the tight, like, drill-looking spiral, like, the ones that are, like, you know, just, the big swirls. I don't know how to describe them without sounding like an insane person, but... Not the rotini. Rotini are the ones that are like the tight swirls. Those look like drill bits. I'm talking about like the Italian people are so mad at me right now. The cavatappi, right? Cavatavi? Cavatappi? It's like C-A-V-A-T-A something. I don't know. The hair looks so good. Yeah, I just realized some of you probably haven't seen my new haircut yet. Morgan did an incredible job. It was so great. When I was at Ethan's event, so many people were walking up to me and they were like, your haircut looks incredible. And because they follow me on social media and I always give credit where credit's due and said Morgan did all this, they're like, Morgan did a great job. It looks really good. And a lot of other people were telling her directly that she did a good job with it. Catapult, not catapult, Alex. Hello, hi. The hollow ones. Yes, thank you, Steph. Yeah, they're the hollow ones. The hollow ones. Yes, absolutely. Your hair looks so good. I was so excited when I saw it. Thank you, Blogger Says What Brie. Appreciate you a lot. What on earth is happening? There's too much happening right now. I'd be fettuccine because my friends are fed up with me. Oh my god. Zenith, how was your stream? What were you doing? Tell us a little bit about it. Thank you again for the kind raid. If you're brand new here and you decide to follow, thank you very much for that, helping our humble little community grow. If you don't, I won't take that too personally. It's the freaking internet, and you know, you're not gonna mesh with everyone's energy. It just is the way that it is. Looks really nice. Thank you. My pasta sona is lasagna. Everyone says they love it, but it's only good in the one dish it works in. Okay, that's kind of fair. I did have, I was so surprised. I tried vegetable lasagna a few years ago, and I didn't think I was going to like it, and I ended up loving it. So here's the thing. Okay, playing Paper Mario Randomizer. That actually sounds fun as heck. I shall consume raw pasta now. I want don't do that. You're going to, cut up your mouth. You're gonna destroy the roof of your mouth. Chad is trying to break Girbeagly. I'm always broken. That's the thing. Have you learned nothing being in this community? I'm so broken up here. I'm actually probably a bad example. Well, I'm a great example that it doesn't matter how broken you are, you can somehow make a career out of it. But also, I'm a bad example because I am publicly unwell all the time. So, pick your poison. There's pros and cons that come with that, etc. Ray, thank you so much for gifting a sub to, I'm going to mess up this name, but Chibikitsune8? Chibikitsune8, enjoy the emotes, enjoy the sub edge. And Ray, another gifted sub to our copy pasta master, Ian Muscles. Thank you so much for that. Ian, make sure you're saying thanks to Ray as well. Enjoy the emotes. Enjoy the subs. The sub badge. There we go. Thank you. Are you trying to say you're a cannoli? No, cannoli is a dessert, which is, they're delicious. Are you talking about the spiral macaroni noodles? Yes, the ones that are they look like elbow noodles, except they're really long and spiral around a million times. Exactly, Squeebles. You know what I'm talking about. Yes. Tortigialone is, I think it's called. They're also called cavatappi. Yes, the wiggly ones, the cavatappi. Thank you. Yes, those ones. And then Celatani is apparently another name. We're getting really very educated here tonight. Edutainment's already kicked off. We got to get Girl Week. Oh, my God. All right, so oh, my God. Thank you for getting us to 600 subs again. What the hell? Thank you. All right. A hot dog is a cannoli. I don't know about that one. There's a lot of gluten in both those things, but I really don't think that those are the same things. Damn, Brian's a cannoli. Hello, Nettles. Yes, I am regularly a tube that's stuffed with things. The internet. I said so many things on the internet, haven't I? All right. What were we addressing first here? First off, okay, Girl Week. Some people were freaking out because of the going live message, which I understand, but it was more of a reminder. It's not if we push to it, that's a lot of money, and I don't want to make people freak out. Last chance doesn't mean forever. It just means before we drop 300 subs, because September, you all spoiled me at the end of September, but the 30-day time limit on those gifted subs that haven't been renewed or converted into full-time subs, it's going to end in a day or two. So by the next stream on Tuesday, there's a good chance that we're going to see a 300 sub drop on the channel. So just as a heads up, which will put us 300 subs more away from getting Girl Week. So this is the closest we've been. That's more of the reason that I've been reminding people. So yeah. I need November to reach that number. Wait, what? November? I second what Bree said. Please quote. Oh, God. Good God. Chat's new pasta sona is a pasta salad tossed with fresh WTF. I mean, I love pasta salad. That's a good choice. Even if it is full of WTF. Quick maths. Lots of quick maths. What else was I going to share here? Okay, new haircut. If you didn't see this on social media or anything like that. Thank you so much. Why not? For freaking 34 months here. Thank you to Ina for gifting that 12-month sub. you're entering the 6 months of that. Ina is so generous. Thank you very, very much for sticking around. Why not? Appreciate you a lot. I can't believe you're almost at the 3-year mark. Oh boy, here we go. Yes, I'm regularly to the... Amazing. I'm so glad that's a quote now. Can't believe we're above 300 quotes now. Good lord. Thank you so much, Amy, for the 100 bits. What the heck? Kicking off a hype train as well. Everyone is really nice, and I haven't even explained everything going on in life. What the heck? Thank you very much for all the generosity. I just got back from LA, for those of you who don't follow me on social media or missed the few streams I had before I left for LA. I was going to one of my best friend's premieres. If you know Ethan Nestor, formerly Crank Gameplays, someone who has been making content for about as long as me, around like over a decade now, making YouTube content and Twitch content, other social media content, etc. Was also one half of Unis Honest. He's one of my best friends in the world. I literally consider him like my little brother. But he released a movie because he went on tour. He had a live show that went all over America, and he killed it. He crushed it. It was so good, and he made a documentary of it, and there was a premiere of it on the red carpet in LA, and it was such a fun event. I talked at length about it. If you want to see the technical difficulty flawed stream from last night, Twitch took us down a number of times because apparently their servers were having issues, but if you go back and watch the VODs, you can eventually piece together over the course of like 3 hours of video everything that was going on throughout the LA trip. I had a great time. We stayed with my friends Jordan and Ellie. Morgan and I got all dressed up for the premiere. Everyone looked amazing. I got to meet a bunch of people I've known for years only online in person, and got to make some friends with other big creators that I've been a fan of for a while, which was really great. So it's been very, very fun the past few days. Very exhausting. I'm mainly very jet-lagged at the moment. But I have this, like, reinvigorated spirit for, like, making content, doing streams, etc. So, yeah. I don't have a pasta soda, just an instant noodle soda, which is spicy pork mama noodles, because I'm a spicy Thai mama. Listen, Chiba Kutsune, that is one of my favorite brands of noodles. So, that is a fantastic choice. I highly, highly, highly endorse that, for sure. Also, I'm so glad people have been rediscovering the quote list recently, because there is a lot of unhinged stuff in that that's, yeah, it's up there. So, if you are someone who is... Also, I added the dyslexia tag to the stream, because I just realized I just said it's up there. I meant it's out there. But I added the dyslexia tag to the stream. I was like, I think it's about time. But yeah, I was out in LA until a couple days ago, and so I'm very jet-lagged, very tired, since it's a 3-hour difference, and we're here now. Ethan Nestor, guy whose experimental channel I watched every day for a year, the artist formerly known as Crank Gameplays, doesn't ring a bell. I mean, that's so fair. He's so forgettable, right? He had such a good time, and I had such a good time, and it was just really good to reconnect with some people. Amy and Mark and Morgan and I are making plans, because we're going out there in November, late November.
Due to boredom.
Oh my god, what the heck, Amy? Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. What the heck? Thank you for the 5 gifted.
I'm gonna go pee.
Oh my god, what is happening? Hey! Hey, I haven't even talked about everything going on in the world right now. Also, Blogger Says What Bree, you sent me a message, and I'm gonna send one back publicly here, which is... Knock it off. Knock it off. Thank you so much. What the hell? Thank you very, very much for kicking off a higher level hype train and gifting all those really generous subs. What the hell? It doesn't mean that we can't get back to Girl Week either. We can slow roll this. This could be a 2024 thing. Oh my god, thank you. Impulse Dabs, Chris in Vegas, Zoe Crowden, Velociraptor, and Astronogs. If any of you are in chat, please make sure you're saying thanks to Amy for those 5 gifted. Isa Letter, a romantic ace. Oh, I like that name. That's so clever. Jinx, Charmenthal, and Phoenix TTV. If any of you are in the chat, you better be saying thank you to Blogger Says What Bree. That's very kind. I'm done. You bet. You're grounded. You are grounded. You know what's going on here. You're grounded. Okay? Because we're even as close as we are because of you. You realize that. Oh my god, thank you. Yo, what's up, Talia? What's good? Good to see you here. Hello. We want it now like that kid in Willy Wonka. Well, you're all gonna turn into like blueberries and stuff like that. Whatever happens in that movie. Girl, here's the thing, is like, if we ever get to a point where the, the sub goal is sustainable month after month, I would absolutely be open to doing like what Finster does and doing like a girl month, or at least doing girl week every month, for a full week every single month. That's it. I'm calling my bank tomorrow. I'm going to be getting money. Don't do that. Like, if you have to call your bank to unlock funds, not for a streamer. I'm like in the ladder of life. I'm like the bottom rung. I'm not even the bottom rung. I'm the ground the ladder's set on. Like, streamer, we're not real people. We're weirdos. Not worth. How do we send up the bat signal to everyone who likes to see Awooga Mommy? I mean, I don't know. People are probably asleep because it's late. I started way later than I wanted to tonight. Right before I went live, Morgan was like, do not stream till 2 a.m. again. And I was like, no promises, but I'm gonna do my best. I'd love to be blueberries with you guys. Oh my god. A whole bushel. This was the new late night bushel. We're not the gang anymore. What if I want to be a blueberry? You guys want to be food so bad, it's wild. You can just be food. Just walk into the woods where there's hungry bears. Technically, you're food. There you have it. The way you say don't. Listen, I have to put a little bit of emphasis in it. I have to. Otherwise, no one takes me, like, seriously. Really, girl month, stars and I, like, yes, that is I'm 100% open to that. Like, I am 100% open to being, like, girl mode, like, 24/7 for, like, a full month. If we hit a goal that's, like, would make it worthwhile, I think that would be kind of cool. But we're talking the future right now. Right now, even girl week is like, it's a pretty big ask, and the fact that we've even worked towards it as much as we have, I'm unbelievably grateful. I'm so grateful for this community, like, truly. I want to be a blueberry with friends, though. I mean, you can be. You could dress up as a blueberry. Halloween's around the corner. I feel like I've gotten so off track. I feel like I had things to say to chat, and now I've forgotten everything. You heard it here first, chat. Streamer wants us to wander into bear woods. I didn't say I want you to. I just said it was an option, which means, if anything, I am empowering the autonomy you have within yourself as a human being to make the choice to do something like wander into the bear woods. I wasn't suggesting it. I just said, theoretically, it is a possibility. So there you have it. Anyway, what was I even talking about? Oh yeah, LA trip was fantastic. Okay, hold up. Sakura Vakita, thank you so much. 6 years? What? 71 months it says on my end, but I mean, that's close enough. You can, with how long you've been subbed, you might as well call it that. That is incredible. Thank you so very much. Like, Jeebus, good gosh. No way. I've had the ability, people have had the ability to sub for me that long? That is wild. Thank you very much for the huge resub. Thank you for all the pride and the hype in chat, everybody. All of you are so kind. I did say almost. Listen, you're right, and that is on me. I am willing to learn from this mistake and grow as a human being. I'm a different person than who I was 30 seconds ago, and I hope that you believe that, because I'm just so willing to grow from this and become better. Autonomy commodity. Oh my god, that word, the fake word, destroyed my brain. Mom said walk into Bearwoods. I did not. I did not say that. Trying to call me out for nothing. Listen, but here, I'm proud of you because you set a boundary and you punched back. You defended yourself rightfully. See, it was a test and you passed it, and that is why you've been allowed to be a sub for 6 years. That sounds so conceited. I can't even do it. 1 billion, hello, hi, welcome to the stream, hello. What time is the costume party? Okay, we have a million things to go through, okay? My tummy hurts, I'm being very brave about it. I am right there with you. I've been having some tummy issues today as well, so I'm here in solidarity with you. This is chaos already. I love it. It's a lot of chaos always, I feel like, recently. You punched someone? Who punched someone? What are we talking about now? I am like, oh, I want to... People are like asking me questions, and now I feel like I'm 15 minutes behind on the conversation that we were having. Oh my god, Brian has punched... I literally did not punch anyone. What are you talking about? You punched me. No, I did not. Oh my god, what is going on? Rye Cool Beans, thank you so much for the 62 months. Rye, I hope that you're doing well. Thank you very, very much. What the heck? Appreciate that big resub coming on in. It's so nice to see a lot of names that have not been around recently. It's so cool to see some of you still about. Hope you're having fun. Hope it's worth it to come back and hang out. Stop making false allegations about me punching everyone in the community. Oh my god. The only thing that got punched so far is logic. Thank you. Thank you. I have people. I have allies on my side. Ally! Come for the P, stay for the chaos. Man, that would look so cool on a sweatshirt. Oh, God. Chat, what were we talking about? Toxic Streamer punches entire chat? Oh, my gosh. There. Are you happy? Now you've been validated, and now you can freely say that as many times as you want and feel like not new merch. Okay. Let's slow it down here for a second because I have no idea what the hell is going on tonight. Holy crap, what the heck? Thank you for 25 of 25 already tonight. What the hell's wrong with everybody? Are you all... You can't be as broken as me, right? This is just like more of a social experiment of like, okay, if we allow this person to still be a full-time streamer, then maybe we'll see them do something even more unhinged as time goes on. You know, it's like a zoo animal that you like pay the like 50 cents and use the machine that like dispenses the food that you can like slip through the bars to like the little chimpanzees or whatever at the zoo. Like that's what you guys are doing. I'm doing so fine. Life is going crazy at the moment. I miss you guys. Well, I'm so glad you were able to stop by. Listen, life is always the priority. You got your own things going on. Streams will always be happening. Feel free to stop by whenever. The door is always open for you. And I hope that things are going really smoothly for you. Like, truly. We got some news for you. What, that I am actually a public spectacle and that's literally all that people are here for? Is that what it is? You could punch me. I'm just a chicken nugget. All right. How many people in chat are actually human beings at this point and not food? Because we are as broken as you. Oh my gosh. We all need so much help. Anyway, what were we talking about? I feel like the first like 15 minutes of stream must not have actually happened because I don't remember anything that was going on then. I only remember what's happening now. Oh my god. I'm just one of Shira's accounts. Oh, the deep, dark conspiracy that everyone is Shira. Does that indicate that Shira is always food as well? Because by that logical progression, that logical chain, that is theoretically what's happening here. Chat is mainly the public spectacle. You're just the medium in which we used to do gestures vaguely, yeah.
He only likes her because
truly,
she's
though.
old. She's
Oh my gosh, why? I'm just talking about stuff. Thank you so, Naray, thank you for the gifted sub to 1 billion. Thank you very, very much. What the hell? Thank you so much, Naray. You are unbelievably kind. 1 billion, enjoy those emotes. Enjoy the sub badge. I see you saying thanks already. All of you are so grateful and kind and mindful, and it just means the world. I have gotten to engage with so many people's communities online over the years, and everyone here is just really considerate and nice, and I can let you know, especially after visiting LA and hearing like horror stories from like other creators, like I don't have to deal with that level of shit like almost ever. Like I've been doing this for a decade. You guys have been fan-freaking-tastic. Thank you. I double check the number every time I'm scared of math wrong. Oh, it is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, you're right though. 89 left. Unreal. That's still a lot though. So it's like, again, I don't want to make a big push. It was more of like a reminder in case like, you know, someone was like, this is the only thing I've ever dreamt of happening, so I'm going to make it happen. Or like someone who's like, oh yeah, I meant to contribute to it, but I forgot that was going on. Which happens because I'm not the only streamer out there, and I'm definitely not the priority. I should not be. So Pushes are nice. I'm glad that it can at least be a good reminder for some people who want to get, like, involved. Miss Izzy, hello, hi. I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. I'm a little bit in chaos mode at the moment, so yeah. My partner and I finally moved in together after 8 years. Whoa, I'm going for a promotion at work. I got 290 streak practicing Japanese on Duolingo. Oh my gosh, you have been into Japanese longer than I have, for sure. Thank you so much, by the way, for the bits as well. It's so awesome to hear about all that going on for you. Makes chat happy, makes Brian happy, win-win. Hooray, what the heck? It's really nice of you to say. Oh my gosh, thank you, Squeebles, for the gifted sub to Beans82. Beans82, make sure you are saying thank you. Enjoy the emotes and the sub badge. Thank you. What the hell? Thank you so much. I'm going to go get ice cream real quick. I'm giving Brookie my IRL sword, so be good. Listen to her, not Brian. What the hell? I'm being undermined. Oh my god. Savvy Ken, hello. It's nice to see you here. Hello, everybody joining. So nice to see all of you. I hope you all had a great weekend. Again, I just got back from LA, so if I seem a little bit disheveled, I promise you it's not from lack of wanting to be here. It's more of the fact that I am very jet lagged because I flew from New York to LA back to New York, and I am 3 hours off now. That's the jet lag, is literally a 3-hour time difference than what I was doing when I was in LA. Squeebles, what the hell? Thank you very much for giving a sub to Savvy. Oh my god, Savvy, enjoy the emotes, enjoy the sub badge. Thank you all for being so kind. What the heck? I love seeing all of these names I recognize. I know, right? Isn't it so lovely? Because that's the other thing, is we have like a really good crew of regulars here, and that's something that is like truly like the core of what we're doing. Like, those of you who come back time after time, like, even if it's been a little while, even if you can't make every stream, I do not hold any of that ever against anyone. It's just really nice to see names that I'm familiar with, and also welcoming in new people as well, because you're all really kind to, like, new people who watch what I do. I see names I recognize with no badge I fix. Oh my god. Squeebles, that's really nice of you. Thank you. Chat is never chaos. We are innocent and do nothing wrong.
No, why would I
Wow,
get that?
lies told to the world.
make you
Oh
fat?
my god, Naray, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Miss Izzy. Miss Izzy, you just got here, but enjoy the emotes, enjoy the sub badge. Hope that you are feeling welcomed by our community. I like your haircut. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much. I am, oh my god, I'm getting very flustered. Thank you, everybody. All of you are really kind. Love being around you and your community. Well, thank you for being here. It's so nice. Seeing new names become regulars make me feel so fuzzy. I love it. Honestly, it's like, it's really, really nice to hang out with everyone, like, time after time.
Lesbian?
Like, truly, time
The
after
other
time.
L-word.
Why do I keep hearing this
Lesbians?
alert? Savvy, thank you for a gifted sub. What the heck? Paying the kindness forward to Voguing Cat. What a name. I love the name. Oh my gosh. Voguing Cat, if you happen to be here. Hey, that's great. Kitten to Cat. Make sure you're saying thanks to Savvy. Enjoy those emotes. Enjoy the sub badge. Thank you so very much. All of you are fantastic. Yeah, subbing it forward is like one of the cutest little messages that pops up in chat. Isn't it your favorite alert? I love it. Don't get me wrong. I really like my alerts. There's a very low chance I ever change them. I'll probably build like more out eventually. But I'm also juggling so many things behind the scenes right now, so it might be a little bit before we do that. But I'm just God, it's not expected to hear it is all. Thank you very, very much. 85 left. Oh my gosh, big countdown. Big countdowns in the arena tonight. What were we talking about? Okay, so thank you. By the way, okay, so Morgan and I regularly listen to the audio recordings that Pokemon Sleep picks up when we're sleeping. So part of the way that Pokemon Sleep, which is an app on iPhone and Google, you can track. It's just a sleep tracking app, but when you wake up in the morning, based on how well you sleep, you can actually catch Pokemon, which is kind of fun. It's like sort of gamifies like the sleep process and encourages you to go to bed on time and stuff. But we listen to the audio recordings that it does night to night. And the other night, it picked up Morgan coughing. And she's like, because she's feeling a little under the weather. She picked up a cold. It's not COVID, fortunately, but, you know, she's eating a lot of soup. I've been making her soup. I just ran out for cough drops for her. You know, she's been trying to drink tea, stuff like that, get a lot of rest. But it was like 4:40 in the morning or something. Do you ever hear Siggy meows? All the freaking time, actually. What kind of soup? This is not her soup sona, but she ate double noodle. And then earlier today, she ate chicken with stars. But she was coughing, so you hear... And then I'm assuming it was probably me because it was a lot louder, which means that it was closer to the microphone. But you just hear... And then you just hear... And so the fart sound effect reminded me of that because I must have just ripped it in my sleep. But we listened to it and we were dying. We were cracking up because it was just so unexpected to just hear her being like, and then just like, and Morgan was just like, after she could regain her breath, she was like, that sounded like a cartoon fart. Like, that was ridiculous. Sandy, thank you for 32 months. Yo, you hit the gritty? Dude, wait, why am I forgetting how to hit the gritty now? Wait, how do you, I'm so old. Wait, isn't everyone doing the Luddy now? Ludwig's dance? Isn't that, you know? What's a gritty? It's a dance that got really popular because of TikTok and then was put into Fortnite, so it became even more popular for the, like, 15-year-olds and below demographic. So, who's Ludwig? He used to be one of the biggest Twitch streamers, and then he got bought up by YouTube, so he's one of the biggest YouTube streamers now. Very famous boy. He actually ended up having the highest number of concurrent subs on Twitch before he swapped over to YouTube. It's been broken since then, that record, but yeah. He was very, very big. He went super viral over, like, the height of the pandemic. I had my first sleepover with my partner last night, and I woke up to hear him whispering in his sleep. I was like, huh? I talk in my sleep all the time. I forgot what I was saying the other day, but it was very funny. Pokemon Sleep also picked that one up. Oh, and Ludwig's apparently, like, super nice. I haven't ever gotten to meet him, but a bunch of my friends met him at TwitchCon. And then also, he just hangs out with, like, the LA crew out there that a lot of my friends are a part of. Ludwig has a cute cat. Yeah, Coots is so cute. Really, really cute kitty. I love Coots. What are we hitting DeGwitty for Girl Week? I think Ludwig is thinking of hosting a Suika game tournament. Oh my god, I want to be part of that so bad. I've never broken 3K, but this is training. You know, doing Suika game on stream is training. You know? Your sister does the creepiest thing in her sleep and she fucking laughs. I won't lie, if I was in, like, a dark room and I heard a laugh, even if I knew it was coming from Morgan, it would be kind of creepy. So, what's your favorite game? That's a very loaded question, because I have severe ADHD, so it sort of bounces from game to game. Recently, I've been playing a lot of Suika game, on both the Switch and browser, which is the watermelon fruit dropping game that everyone's addicted to. I've been playing a lot of Sea of Stars on my Steam Deck, and I just got this today, chat. It was $2 on sale. I was so thrilled. But I just got Katamari Damacy. If you guys don't know what that game is, it's a classic, but there's, like, the remastered version they put on Steam finally, and I really want to play that on stream sometime soon. My Suika high score, cutie, is 2,000. So on browser, it's 2,800 something, but I've never hit 3K. And then on Switch, it's like 2,400. So I'm, like, still trying to work up my Switch skill because they're very different games. The physics are, like, really different between the two. So I'm trying to get used to the Switch one. I have a little less practice with it, but I did play a shit ton of it when Morgan and I were staying at Jordan's. Because we would just sit on the couch after we were out and about with friends and just play Suika game for like 2 hours on our Switches. I hope Morgan feels better soon. Thank you. I hope so too. You're a prince of the universe and make Planeta. Yes. It's such a... I love Katamari. So fun. One of my favorite series from back in the day on like Xbox... Or not Xbox. On GameCube. But I really, really, really... would love to stream it, so I hope you're all ready for that, Chaos. I think that it's going to fit the vibe of this community very well. So, yeah. 2,730, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. I'm at 2,400. Okay. Currently 3,668. Damn. Alex, that's wild. Back when Pokemon Sleep first released, I was using it and I was listening to the audio captures and heard laughing and giggling. I sleep by myself. I was freaked out until I realized it was the Game Grumps video. I fell asleep too. Fair. That's woken me up a couple times too. Morgan and I normally just put on white noise now. But we used to go to sleep to like movies and stuff like that. Every now and then I'd be woken up by like a loud noise from a movie or like laughter, or, you know, talking. And I'd be like, whoa, who's in my house? But yeah, I get it. GameCube, oh my god, that just gave me nostalgia. One of the best systems ever made. I miss it. I'm very happy to see a lot of those games being remastered and put on like Switch. So good stuff. What was I talking about though? Oh my gosh. Thank you for being here and listening to me ramble. All of you are great. Thank you so much for the big push to Girl Week. Again, you know, Christmas time's coming up as well. Who knows? If we don't end up hitting it, we don't end up hitting it. LA was very fun. For those of you who missed last night's stream, again, you can probably go back and listen to my summary of it there. But the quick rundown is I had a blast catching up with Ethan. If you didn't see the picture of him and me kissing, there it is. Finally, all the fan fiction writers have won. After 2018 to now, half of a decade, you finally won. You finally won. Ethan and I locked lips. It was a big moment for the Brythan shippers from back in the day. But that exists now. I heard Suika game, I've been summoned. Impose the Rose, hello, hi. Can you believe the GameCube is retro now? I learned the other day that Ratatouille is 16 years old. I feel ancient. Just wait. It gets worse. I promise you that it gets so much worse as time goes on. Love wins. Yeah. Hey, gay rights, trans rights. We do it all here, baby. I was so good at that Animal Crossing one for GameCube. I love the GameCube Animal Crossing, but looking back, they were mean. The villagers were straight up mean. Mr. Rossetti was scary. There were a lot of things that held that game back from being the cozy time it is with the newest one on Switch for the general public. I'd help with Girl Week, but leaving my program and moving is expensive. Nettles, you are fine. You have done so much to support me. I appreciate you a ton. Frozen turns 10 next year? No, that's one of my favorite movies ever. Wild. That one kind of hurt. Wow. Also, I did want to give a shout out. Everyone who's seen my Ko-fi. I finally set up a Ko-fi page. If you don't know what it is a premium content website platform, sort of like Fan House used to be for me. It's sort of like it's like a social media kind of, but it's just like a stream of all my exclusive content that if you become a monthly subscriber there for only $4, you can see all of the posts. You can unlock all those private posts. So there's pictures of my cat, behind the scenes things, travel that I've done, my thoughts on food, my thoughts on media, that kind of thing is all going to be added there very much like I did on Fan House. And then the only thing that's going to be different from what Fan House was like is I'm going to be doing cosplay on Patreon, and I'll set that up, and that will probably be a very low cost as well. So those two things will be separate, but it just makes a little bit more sense for me to be like, oh, the money that I get on Patreon all directly goes into just cosplay. And then I only have to worry about, instead of like daily posts on Patreon, doing like maybe one cosplay set a month for people. That will be like the big photo shoot Morgan and I plan out. And also, if you're someone who just wants to support me through Ko-fi, if you've always been someone who's like, yeah, I don't really want to use like, you know, the stream links for donation or things like that, you can go to Ko-fi, fully secure, and use that site to donate to me as well, which is kind of cool. Glad that you got it set up. Thank you. Yeah. 4 doll hairs. 4 of them. That doll is missing 4 whole hairs. What's a game that made you frustrated because of a difficult level? Every Dark Souls game. Every single game made by From Software. So there you go. Yeah, what a deal. Yeah, you just got to go find your old childhood doll and snip 4 hairs and boom. There you have it. Or buy one of those new Rainbow High or Monster High dolls. They have like so much hair. Big hair. They wouldn't be missing 4. So there you go. Very glad to know my Del Taco order was good. Oh my god. That burrito. So for those of you who don't know how I interact, that's a site you can DM me on. If you like donate money, because I'm like, hey, I would love some money to just get something silly while I'm visiting LA, eat some Del Taco, whatever. Blogger Says What Bree there in chat sent me a couple bucks and was like, hey, check out the epic Cali burrito with chicken. And I was like, okay. And I went to go order it, and unfortunately, because it was like 2 a.m. and it, it's like it's not like they get paid enough for anyone to give a shit. Like, I wasn't mad at them. They gave me, instead of grilled chicken, they gave me crispy chicken in it, but it was this giant burrito that was like full of, it had like fries in it, it had chicken, it had so much bacon, it had really good chipotle sauce inside, it had cheese. It was so awesome. I am going to order that pretty much every time I go to Del Taco now. I cannot explain how good it was. I'll donate to you by dropping as many pennies as I can possibly hold. As I fly over the state of New York, I'm just going on a walk to the, like, gas station with Morgan to, like, pick up, like, a snack, and suddenly a penny falls out of the sky and kills me, just out of my face. I'm sure the crispy chicken was actually bad. The crispy chicken, it was really good, but hear me out on this one, Brie. I think the grilled chicken would have been better because the bacon already gives it the, like, crunchy texture, and the fries already give it the crunchy texture. I kind of wanted something, like, maybe a little bit softer in there. So, like, the balance was but trust, I still fell in love with it. I was like, this is one of the best burritos I have ever had, like, including non-fast food burritos. It was so good. I'm heading to New York for Christmas, going to New York City. Nice. Any restaurants / chain wrecks I can't get in Florida or our New York City staples? I always trust your food opinions. So that's tough because Morgan and I normally don't eat at chains when we go to New York City because we already live in New York State. So a lot of the chains that are in the city are also, on our side of the state as well. People always say, like, Shake Shack. I don't know if you have those down in Florida yet. It's been years since I lived in Florida, so I don't know if they've made their way down there. They're a little expensive for what they are, but, like, everyone always recommends it. If it's still in I think it's in the Hell's Kitchen area, but you'll have to Google this. But there is a old school diner in the heart of New York City in Manhattan called Cozy's Soup and Burger, and it has been there for decades. And they have the best matzo ball soup I've ever had in my life. They have some of the best deli sandwiches I've ever had in my life. And it's a sit-down restaurant. You can get anything off of, like, a diner-style menu there. And it feels like you're just, having a nice meal from, like, back in the day. It's so good. And it's very affordable, incredibly cheap. This makes me so happy to hear. Yes, I was so thank you again, Blogger Says Whipper. You're amazing. Writing all of this down furiously. So the other places I would recommend is, well, I don't know them by name, but I will say this much. If you go to almost any bodega in New York City, any of the little corner stores that are normally just run by, like, a middle-aged dude behind a counter, and it's got all the, all the deli fixins, it's got all the, like, pizza, hot food, hot soup, whatever. That's, like, the easiest way to just grab some food quick and go. Morgan and I do that a lot while we're walking around because it's a big walking city for sure, which I love about New York City. I love walkable cities. Anything in Koreatown, literally anything in K-Town. If you hit up K-Town, which is on the west side, you should be able to get the best Korean food you've ever had in your life. The smaller the restaurant, here's the heads up on this. So K-Town, as is implied by its name, is mainly settled by Koreans, and the big flashy restaurants with the big neon signs, you'll get decent meals there, but they're going to charge you like $10 to $15 a plate more. If you go to the small hole-in-the-wall places, oh my fucking god, you are going to get some, like, old-ass ajumma, like, hobbling out of the kitchen with, like, a big soup, like, serving dish, and you're going to get the best banchan of your life. You're going to get, like, home cooking, like she's your own mom. So that is something that I give a heads up. And then also, the other big thing that I would recommend that you can find in K-Town and other locations throughout Manhattan, it is a Korean-owned chain, but it's called Paris Baguette. So Paris Baguette, this is the only chain I will recommend to you. Paris Baguette is a bakery that makes specialty baked goods. So you can get things like cakes and pies there, but the things that are really good are their specialty breads. So they'll have weird breads that are like, oh, this is like a bun filled with like pork and like Japanese style mayo or something, which sounds gross. But then you're like, I'm really curious and it's only $2. I might as well try it. and then you try it and you go, what the hell? This is the best thing I've ever had. They have like cheese breads. They have like breads with like meat cooked into it. It's so wild, all the different options. But Paris Baguette is like the biggest chain that I'd recommend you go to. But honestly, New York is such a foodie city. It's very hard to find bad food there. Just get a good like slice of pizza and go on your way, you know? Fold it in half, eat it like a New Yorker, enjoy your time there. Thank you also for all the bits. That's really nice. I hope that you have a great time. It's a very big, overwhelming city. I won't lie. But the nice thing that I always remind people about is New York City, no one gives a shit what anyone else is doing. So if you're like, oh no, I'm sticking out, or I probably am annoying to other people here or anything like that, nope, everyone is always like on their way somewhere. So they might like grumble at the most, but no one's gonna like stop and really talk to you in New York City. They'll forget who you are in 0.2 seconds. So they're just walking whichever way they're going towards their destination. So you kind of just blend in with the crowd, which is really nice. That's one of my favorite things about NYC. So you're gonna do great. You're gonna do really, really great. I sit my exam in 12 hours. End me now, please. I mean, it's gonna be over soon. You're getting through it, Sarah. Good luck to you. I too am weird bread. I feel ya. Oh my god. Have you ever spent time in Chicago? Here's the thing. I've only visited Chicago a couple times. So I've been through O'Hare and Midway multiple times. I've spent time in the Chicago suburbs. One of my friends lives in Chicago, and I went to his wedding years ago. I've never been in the heart of Chicago. I've never gone downtown and seen the Bean or anything like that. But I have a ton of friends from Chicago or who live currently in Chicago. So I can't give you a good opinion on it. I'm so sorry. I do want to visit eventually, though, because apparently the accent that we have here in Rochester is very, very, very similar to the one that they have in Chicago. If you look at the lineage of people and how they like migrated across the U.S. and settled it, people who are from the Rochester area are also from the like same like gene pool as Chicago, essentially. So we have a lot of very common, like we hate the cold. You know, we're northern cities. We have very similar weather, that kind of thing. We both, both Great Lakes types of cities, both very similar, like tons of Italian American descent. So you get a lot of pizza, you get a lot of awesome Italian food, and then you get a lot of angry people who overemphasize their A's nasally in their heads. So, yeah. I'm mega eepy and my phone is going to die, so I'm going to go for tonight. Andrew Mixes, thank you so much for hanging out. Really appreciate your company. Get some wonderful rest. Thanks so much for dropping by. You have the same accent as me, and I was born in Chicago. Yeah. So, like, a lot of people, it's very funny when I meet people for the first time. Sometimes they'll be like, yo, are you from Chicago? And I'll be like, no, I'm not from Chicago. I'm from Rochester. And they'll be like, oh, okay, makes sense. Because outside of New York State, Chicago, and then a few pockets of people around the U.S., Italian Americans didn't migrate super far in the U.S., and the really big communities are just like Chicago and New York, and like Jersey, obviously. So we have a lot of similarities, and I've heard like people be like, oh, you'll just fit right in there. Like everyone's like the same attitude as here. Gonna put the stream on in the background while I take a little nap. Enjoy your nap. Thank you so much. I hope that you have a great time at your Halloween party as well. Oh my gosh. Thank you everybody, though, for all the questions, all the kind words. Everyone's been really nice tonight. It's been fun talking to everyone. But yeah, no, I need to make an actual like real trip to Chicago at some point. But I hope that I helped out with the like NYC stuff. I really do. Rochester. I'm sorry, Rochester. Hey, do you guys ever want to visit Western New York and see Rochester? Rochester, New York. We have so many beautiful things here, like High Falls and the MAG Art Gallery Museum. We have, I don't even know, Kodak Factory spewing disgusting smoke into the air one time a week. Wisco is so much German. Yeah, like Pennsylvania, just one state over is like a lot of German descent people, Dutch descent people, that kind of thing. Do we do good news? Not yet, Alex, but that's a great reminder because I am, again, being distracted, and that will give me more time to sort of recoup and figure out what the hell I was talking about earlier in the stream. So there we go. Go ahead. Share your good news as long as it's something that we can all comfortably enjoy together. That would be incredible to hear your good news. Make sure that you are rooting each other on, congratulating each other, etc. Would really, really love to read some people's good news. I'll try to read as much of it as I can, but there's way more of you than there is of me, so apologies if I don't get around to all of it. We used to Rochester, Minnesota. Yeah, that's the other one. When I'll say I'm from Rochester, I always include Western New York, and then I say Rochester. Just because people have mistaken me as being from Minnesota before and being like, that's not the accent, though. I love Toronto so much. I spent so much time there last year. So many cool cultures. Yeah, I mean, Toronto is awesome. I love that it's a mix of cultures. I wouldn't call it a clusterfuck because is that not what we're all working towards? Is having our very strongly defined cultures in the world and being able to be used to them and familiar with them? I think it's kind of cool. I love that Toronto's kind of like Canada's like mini New York City. That's the way that I kind of look at it. Gonna head to bed. Listen, Bree, do not apologize for not being able to hang out longer. Appreciate having you around. Thank you again for your generosity. I hope that you get some wonderful rest. Take care of you. I know you got a busy week ahead, so please take care of you. Thank you very, very much for being here. We all appreciate you a ton. All right, we got some good news coming on in, clusterfuck affectionate. Yes, yeah. Good news, we are officially moved in. I lifted so much today, I feel like a gym bro. I mean, build up those muscles. Carry it all. Do it all like a grocery trip where you feel like really strong and do it all in one trip, I got all the grocery bags in one trip. That's how you're going to sound here at the end of the week. Most movies that take place in New York are actually shot in Toronto. There or Vancouver, and a lot of them actually downtown Rochester. We have a lot of movies shot in Rochester because, A, we have Kodak here, which is still the film that a lot of movie studios use in Hollywood, and is sort of like the standard of American film. And then also, we have a lot of our buildings, a lot of our downtown was designed by people who worked on Manhattan, including a ton of our parks. So a lot of times when they need just like a punched-in shot that you can't really tell like what the generic background city is that are based in New York City, they'll shoot them here in Rochester, which is cool. Good news, we're buying a house and the seller accepted our bid. Once the inspection is out of the way, I'm going to be freaking out. That's amazing, Fizzy! You're doing great! I love that! That's so good. I know it's nerve-wracking, but you're going to kill it. That is so awesome. Good news, currently doing homework, watching streams, sitting by the fireplace, making s'mores. That sounds so fun. I mean, making s'mores makes things infinitely better no matter what the circumstances, but that sounds super fun. Oh my god. They film What We Do in the Shadows TV in Toronto, and it's so weird being like, I saw a man piss on that sidewalk. I mean, that's just city life right there for you. Good news, I've officially started packing to move, have packed all my Funkos. That's great. I'm glad that you're getting it all packed up. I hope that the Funkos have a safe trip. But good luck with the move, Nettles. You're going to do great. I believe in you. Like, truly, I think that you're following your heart. And that's a really important thing to do. We have a limited amount of time on this earth. And we might as well prioritize ourselves some of those times. And I'm very, very proud of you for doing it for, like, health reasons and just happiness reasons. Good news, movie day was amazing with my kids. FNAF was awesome. Posted pics on Discord. Nice. Thank you so much for sharing the pics. Did you watch the FNAF movie yet? I have not watched the FNAF movie yet. I have not. And also, unfortunately, even if I did, I wouldn't really be able to talk about it very much because it was a Universal Studios distributed movie. And as someone who is eventually trying to join SAG-AFTRA, I can't promote it. So I apologize, everyone who wants to hear my thoughts on a lot of movies, but we've been in a dry spell recently for me talking about my media preferences. I have so much shit. Nettles, isn't it? It's not until you start moving that you're like, oh my god, I own so much crap. Yeah, no scabs. No scabbing here. I had a talk about scabbing with a buddy earlier this week because of being at the premiere. I was running into other voice actors, so... Next to be packed will be Legos, which I'm not excited about. Oh, no. Yeah, that sounds like a disaster. Oh, my gosh. Good luck to you. Good news, I ate my girl dinner, and I'm about to work on my homework. Girl dinner. I had a girl dinner earlier where I ate chicken nuggets and ramen. Like instant ramen and chicken nuggets. So, yeah. Moving is a life version of Tetris. That's very true, though. Like, when you really think about, like, having to fit boxes together and stuff like that and like fit enough stuff into like a container to make it worth it. Like definitely like a Tetris situation for sure. The Famished, hello, hi, welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you're happy you got a sub. Enjoy the emotes, enjoy the sub badge. I've mainly completed sets that I don't want to come up. Yeah, that's the thing that's so annoying, right? You spend all the time building things like model. So I build model kits sometimes. I haven't in a while, but I have a whole bunch that I bought that I'd love to do on stream. Like I said, we'll do like cozy body doubling streams. I think that'd be fun. People would like knit while they're watching me, or put together model kits themselves or Legos or whatever. But I want to start doing those sometime in the near future, just as the cold months roll in. We can all get cozied up and do that. But like thinking about moving like the models I put together, nightmare. Absolutely understand where you're coming from. Ramen and chicken nuggets is actually way better than it should be. It does kind of hit. They do kind of synergize pretty well. The meal's relatable because my Halloween dinner will be tenders and fries. Macaroni with... I gotta stop doing that every time someone asks or talks about freaking chicken. Body doubling streams are the best. We'll get some going. We'll definitely do that. Maybe some like Sunday cozy streams if I can actually start a stream early on time. Lunar Lander, Saturn V, ISS, Globe, Pyramid of Giza, Ship in the Bottle, Discovery Shuttle, Groot, Iron Man, Gauntlet, Bonsai. Good freaking luck. Oh my god, that's so much, Nettles. I hope you have a lot of bubble wrap and stuff like that. Chocolate and tortilla chips with hot sauce is what I have been living on this weekend. Rainy Day Connection.
Punch me in the booty.
That's not the worst combo right there. I would probably eat that. I'm sorry to hear that you've been living off of it. But that said, maybe you're enjoying living off of it. May I ask your pronouns? I go by any pronouns, the Famish. So I don't really take any offense to pronouns used towards me, just due to the fact that, like, I'm me still at the end of the day, regardless of how I express my gender. I am gender fluid, so you'll sometimes see me presenting more femme, but even if you call me he then, I'm not gonna, like, be sad about it. And then we also have the pronouns extension. If you ever want to feel comfortable enough to add your own, it takes like 10 seconds to do, which is really cool. But yeah, thank you for asking. And Naray, thank you for a gifted sub to Rainy Day. Rainy Day, enjoy the emotes and the sub badge. Make sure that you're saying thanks for the gifted sub. But thank you to both of you for being here. Thank you so much. Chocolate and tortilla chips with hot sauce on top. I don't know if you would combine those things. I mean, maybe it would be like a little bit of salty sweet, not the worst thing. I guess the chocolate would sort of cut through the spice, right? Chocolate and spicy is pretty good, to be honest. Okay, all right, I believe you. Speaking of chicken nuggets, I would make samyang carbonara buldak noodles. Those are my favorite version of the buldak noodles, is the carbonara ones. Save it a bit more water than usual for the sauce. Throw it, cut up the McNuggets. You literally just described one of the meals that's like my go-to treat myself with junk food meals. I love that. That is good. That's almost exactly what I did tonight. I tried the paldo version of the spicy noodles. So Samyang makes the well-known bulldog ones, but then paldo makes volcano chicken noodles, which are their spin on it. It has a little bit more of a curry taste. I just mixed in some chicken nuggets with it. It was great. It was actually delicious. And it was very quick to do as well. Savvy, thank you for those bits. I appreciate that. Brian's pronouns are tall person. I'm so tall. If you guys didn't see the pictures from the red carpet event and me with all my friends, I am so tall. It's unreal. Having to look down at everybody, 5 foot, excuse me? Listen, I'm short, but I'm not that short. Oh my god. The slander immediately. I've barely been streaming an hour. I'm being slandered already. Oh my god. Miss Izzy, thanks so much for stopping by. Take care. Thank you so much for dropping by. Tall into you mean? Stop. Nongshim spicy gourmet noodles is my life, but I always pick out my mushrooms. Yeah, I'm not a huge mushroom fan. I'll eat them like if they're accidentally in something. Like Morgan and I took Jordan and Ellie to a diner that we love out in Glendale that Ethan had originally taken us to years ago. And they made my omelet with mushrooms, even though I asked them not to. And I just ate some of them. I picked out most of them, though. They weren't my favorite. Also, Nongshim has some of the best, in my opinion, some of the best ramen noodles. Like, they're a nice consistency. So, yeah. Your legs alone are 5 feet long. Yes, thank you, Ren. Thank you so much. You're not short, you're fun size. Thank you. Coffee Womack, hello, hi. What everyone doesn't know is they actually made Cinderella's castle a lot smaller, so I didn't have to edit that pic very much. How much smaller are we talking? Austin, where's this slander coming from? Out of left field, I'm catching strays now. The consistency is the best for it. Yeah, so my ranking of noodles is Paldo noodles are my favorite. Paldo brand noodles are my favorite. I think that they have the nice springy texture. They're thin enough that they cook really fast, and a lot of the times the sauces that are in those instant ramens are really good. Samyang is a very close second, but Nongchim is a very close third. Those are my big three right there for Korean ramen brands. And then with Japanese ramen brands, I'm all over the damn place. So I just remember you punched first. Oh my god. The slander. I'm going to get sued. What's going on here? This is a big conspiracy against me. Fizzy, go get some great rest. Thank you so much for vibing. Thanks so much for chilling out with us tonight. Brian helps me feel less short, not gonna lie. I'm always the shortest guy in the room. Excuse me. Were we not the same height or around that? I don't remember. I thought, here's another thing that's really funny, is I'm pretty sure that during Creator Clash 2, I shared this story last night that I met Chris Raygun. And originally, they were thinking about, like, potentially lining me up with him for Creator Clash to fight, which I would love to because we're very similar stats. But on the Creator Clash 2 broadcast, I'm pretty sure they said he was 5'5", which is what got me interested in boxing him. But I met him in person this week. I don't think he's up to 5. I think he might be a 5'4" guy, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I think it's funny if they flub the numbers to say it was 5'5", because he's a 5'4" guy for sure. I think I might be shorter than you. You might be. I mean, are you shorter than 6'7"? Because that's what I am for sure. We are the same height. Makes for a great picks because we don't have to talk about how people make us feel short. Right, and then you don't have to do the awkward arm thing where you're like, is my arm too low? And it's like way too low on their lower back. Or like you're not like reaching up like you're a kid taking a picture with their dad, you know? I thought you were 7'2". Yeah, sorry, it's 6'7". Yeah, 6'7" is all I am. So, sorry to anyone who was deceived by that. I apologize. 4'11"? Okay. All right. That's fair. You are shorter than me. All right. I feel like, I mean, it's not like any of us can help these things, so I don't really feel accomplished, but don't touch the button. I'm so paranoid. So here's something I'm super paranoid. If you ever have met me and have like asked to take pictures or anything, you will notice that I intentionally like bring my arm up to like around your shoulder height, even if you're really tall, because of a thing that happened at a convention years back that I got so nervous about. Jenna, what's up? Good to see you. Hello. Hi. So those of you who don't know, I used to go to like every PAX. So I was at like PAX South, PAX East, PAX West, because I like going and seeing the games early, and I also like to meet fans. And I would normally do signings while I was there. So, you know, we'd have a big line of people who would wait for hours for some reason to meet me in person and take pictures with me and have me sign things. And I would always make sure I'd get a selfie with anyone who was like comfortable taking a picture together. And what ended up happening one time was someone who was, I'm going to say that they were probably like 5'8", 5'9". So they weren't like way taller than me or anything like that. But they had a backpack on when they came up to meet me. And, you know, I was kind of tired. I was like there. I'd been there all day. I'd been there, I think, already for like 2 hours of like my 3.5 hour signing session or whatever. So I was like kind of like, you know, didn't 100% know what my body was doing. And I reached up my arm, like I was like, hey, are you ready for a picture? Because like the photographer's like right over there, they're ready. Oh yeah, I can't wait to take a picture together. And they held up the camera, and my arm went up to put it on like the small of their back, you know, just like on their, you know, sort of do like a loose hug. And I always ask people, I'm like, are you cool with like me putting my arm on you, or are you cool with taking a picture, whatever? Like I always ask for consent. But what happened was my arm got stuck under their backpack for a brief moment, like just the bottom of it, no body contact, but it's right at the same height of where most people's butts are. And so for a brief split second, I was like, oh my God, did I just accidentally touch their ass? I fortunately did not. I fortunately just touched the bottom of the backpack, went, oh, sorry, and then brought my arm up to their back like normal. But now, because of that incident, because it was like but what if the worst case scenario had happened and I accidentally had touched their butt? Again, not what I did. But I was like, if that had happened, I would have felt so fucking bad. So now every time I take pictures with fans, even if they're like a 6-foot person, I will like have my arm up like this in the picture, like, yeah, hey, because I will always go for the shoulders now. So he touched the butt. Don't call him Nemo because he did not touch the butt. There we, exactly. But that was one of those moments, like for a brief second, like my life flashed before my eyes. Where it was like, if I had accidentally made contact, this would have been misinterpreted potentially. And that's clearly the last thing I want to do, is have a misinterpretation. And more importantly, I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable when they meet me. I always want people to feel comfortable when they meet me. I want it to be an experience they can look back on and go, that was a fun memory. That was a cool conversation I had with Brian. That's a great picture. And it always brings back, like, you know, good memories, that kind of thing. To be fair, we can use our height as an excuse for touching butt. Only consensual butt touch, for sure. Hashtag Brian is over party. Oh my God. The Christopher, hello, hi, welcome to the stream. Thought you were going to say your hand got caught and you hadn't touched their butt, but everyone around you thought you... No. Fortunately, that didn't happen either. It was just like their backpack sort of went like up a little bit, and it was like, oh, I just got my hand caught on your backpack. Sorry. And that was it. But I was like, again, in that split second, my brain was like, you were a couple inches off from like making a horrible, like, accidental mistake. And I was just like, I have to be, it doesn't matter how exhausted I am at these events, I need to be like a little bit more present and aware. So it was a big like, hey, ADHD, knock it the hell off. Be situationally aware at least for these like 3.5 hours you sign. And then you can go into the green room and like take a nap. So that was, again, big moment where it's just like, okay, I have to do better. So it's Gerbover. Oh my God. First it was Jover, but now it's Gerbover. Oh my God. What was I gonna, oh, okay. Oh yeah, I wanted to clear this up because, some people, obviously with a lot of the stuff going on right now, with me constantly bitching about the fact that I lost a monthly sponsor in recent times, there's probably some people in the community who have missed these other streams where I've explained this, but I just want to keep everyone on the same page because, again, transparency is very important to me. Some of you might be wondering why I said I'm going to be going back to LA for even longer next month, even though now I have way less income than I had. These tickets were already bought. And again, the only reason I'm clearing this up is every now and then I get like people on like Instagram are kind of mean. And I think it's just because you can technically DM anyone on Instagram. And so I got a DM the other day where someone was like, hey, why are you, I saw that you like lost a sponsor. Why are you going to LA again? Those tickets were booked like months ago. Those tickets were booked like right before I lost the sponsor. So I hope that is a good explanation for people. I'm not just running around spending money until I go bankrupt or anything like that, or trying to trick people to give me more money to do stuff with. But I'm going back to LA. It was very nice during this trip because I got to catch up with Mark and Amy a lot. And both of them, before Mark left, he was like, hey, let's make plans. I will be in town when you're in town. Which I thought was really nice. Because, again, if he hated me or if he was annoyed by me, he probably wouldn't have, like, even said that. He would have just been like, well, great seeing you. Goodbye. And Amy also was texting me yesterday, and we're making plans with them, which is going to be really fun. I'm very excited for that. So you guys will get, again, to shill my Ko-fi page a little bit more. You might be getting some behind-the-scenes pictures of me hanging out with my friends and the things that we do, which will be very fun. So there you have that. Some plans for next month are ready for the upcoming content, which I'm excited for. Instagram's a wild place. It really is because, like, I feel like because it's, like, more open to the public and, like, more, like normie type people who are, like, casual fans and not more tapped into the community and, like, what I do and who I am and, like, the things that we talk about here. Misconception flies a little bit more readily over there. Like, I will say something like, oh my God, last year I had someone who's angry at me because I forgot what I did. I made some like LGBTQ plus joke, and then they were like, hey, you're not allowed to make that. And I was like, no, I'm literally gender fluid. Yes, I am. Like, I don't know if you watch what I do, but like, yes, no, that one was okay. I'm part of like, the mafia, the alphabet mafia. It's okay. And then even this year during Pride Month, I had someone send me an angry DM from like a burner account where I had I was talking about like during Pride Month, I wasn't using the term gender fluid quite as directly, but I have been a lot more recently. And someone was like, oh, this is you like queer baiting your identity because like you haven't like come out and said like what label you are. And it's like, labels are fucking stupid for me. Like if they're great for you, then use them. But like for me, I'm not really going to use them that often. And also it's not really anyone's business. And also I constantly put up like the color palette of gender fluidity. So like you can make the connection, you can infer it if you're already in the know. So you're not entitled to this information. It's always very annoying when I get stuff like that because I'm just like, you're trying to police someone else's life that's not yours. And that's really weird. And also just like, that's super rude to anyone who might be closeted. You don't want to force people out of the closet. That could be dangerous for them, that kind of thing. But regardless, very weird because that happens a lot more on Instagram than almost any other social media that I have. Creators are full adults. They know what they're doing. Yeah. People never stop to think about possible reasons, fully assess situations before they say things. Right. Yeah. It's just very odd. World has to run by my standards. People are weird. Yes, they are some of the weirdest because it's like, okay, if you're bothered, if you don't like agree with the things I do, then don't do the things I do. Do the things you want to do in your life. The end. I hate people who love to make assumptions. I almost feel like people are trying to catch me out and see if I'm gonna like fire back with something like really out of pocket and terrible, so they can like screenshot it. I almost feel like that's like part of the bait. I hate when people use the term queer bait to refer to real life people. That's not what it's for. Right? Yeah, exact. That too, Alex. Absolutely. They like to be mean and not think about hurting feelings. Right? Yeah. There's no reason to go after people. There's so many horrible things going on in the world. Why add to that? Why not focus on making yourself happier and more fulfilled? That's like the time Twitter got so shamey about a show supposedly casting a straight actor as a bi character that the 18... Yeah, It reminds me of people getting on to creators for not having pronouns in their bio. What if they're not out yet or questioning? Right, yeah, for me it took a very long time to add mine because I was like, I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing yet, who I am, how I feel. There's no, and yet they're going to be the same people who turn around and go, oh, everything at your own pace, mental health is important. And it's like, then practice what you preach, Why can't they just let people be as open or private about their identity as they want? Yeah, very weird. It's very, very odd. Cost $0 to ignore people or things that you disagree with, like move on. Yeah, and it even goes both ways because a lot of the times when I get those messages, I normally just delete them. And if they're like rude enough, I'll just block the person because I go, okay, they're annoying. They clearly are entering into this conversation in bad faith. But every now and then I'll engage and I'll try to be really, reasonable and explain things. And half the time it works, half the time it doesn't, and they just double down on how shitty they are, and then I block them. So that's just what the block button's for, right? People don't have to have an exact label to who they are in the community to be valid. Some people are figuring out and questioning and haven't figured out a label. Exactly, Brookie, yeah. And sometimes a label just doesn't fit. Like, I'm not fully comfortable with gender fluid. I like it just because I think anyone should be, have the right, have the ability to express however they want to, If it makes them feel a certain way, great. I feel fulfilled when I'm in boy mode and in girl mode. But some days I wake up and I'm like, I kind of want to like do this a little bit more. And that's okay. That's just who I am. It is what it is. That said, I hope if you're watching Instagram DMer, this helped clear up some stuff for you. I don't have any ill will towards you, but more curious as to why you want to put someone else down for something that doesn't truly affect you in any kind of way. So that's just the way that I see it. Gender Newtonian flow, right. Yeah, it's constantly in motion, for sure. Not being shitty is very easy and just a good thing to do. Yeah, I think it's a good common practice is just not be crappy to people as much as you can. Obviously, if someone comes into your space and disrupts your energy, you have every right to defend yourself and put up boundaries and things like that. But overall, engaging with people in good faith is a nice thing to do. Anyway, Another thing I wanted to address that some of you see in the title is we're going to do a costume party on Tuesday. I guess that this kind of goes hand in hand with what we were just talking about in the sense of I'll probably be in femme cosplay for this. But on Tuesday, Halloween, Amy, thank you. What the heck? That's so kind. Thank you very, very much. That's really, really kind of you. Tuesday, in it is Halloween. So I will probably not start stream until all the trick-or-treaters go home. So we're going to probably, be handing out candy till around 9 is my guess. That's normally when it starts, like, drying up around here. And then on top of that, we're going to do something fun for Halloween. We're going to do a community Halloween party. So, I will be in costume. I don't know what I'm going to do for the activity yet. Maybe playing horror games. But we're going to do like a little bit of a show and tell, a little bit of a fashion show for the community. So if you're someone who, wants to get in a costume for it, we will have a special chat room on the Discord that will be opening up either tomorrow or like the morning of. And you can put your Halloween costumes in that. You can put, if you do like nail art, put your Halloween nails, your makeup look, whatever. Halloween decorations. Please don't dox yourself. Don't, like, if you have like outside decorations, don't, please, for the love of God, think about what you're putting on the internet. Don't, just because it's our community, you never know who's lurking and what they're going to do with your info. So please, do not dox yourself if you put up Halloween decorations. If you're baking like Halloween cookies or desserts or foods or anything like that, we'll have a chat room to put all that in. And then I will ask for consent during that stream before I show off stuff. But I'll be like pulling up pictures and I'll be like, oh, hey, check out this picture. Someone dressed up as Ethan Nestor kissing Girbeagly. And I'll ask for consent first. So in case anyone is like, I am uncomfortable, I changed my mind, I don't want to be on stream anymore. That's okay. We can make sure that we skip by to the next person. So I hope that makes sense, but that's going to be planned for Tuesday in it. Very excited. I'll probably do one of the many cosplays I owe people here. So either your Forger from Spy X Family or Marnie from Pokemon, or I'll just throw together something cute and fun. But that's going to be the plan. Keep an eye on the Discord. If you're not a part of the Discord, that will be the #1 way to participate. And if you're not comfortable with Discord, we'll have alternate means, like you DMing a mod maybe, so that they can send your costume along and we can show it off on stream. Yo, Quinn, what's good? Hello. It was so nice hanging out in person and being able to say hello. It was a super fun event. It was such a good time. If you guys don't know Quinnicle there in the chat, TikTok extraordinaire. Also, a member of the coffee team under Sean McLaughlin. Hello, Quinn. Hope that you're doing well. Hope you had as good of a time as I did, because that event was great. Really, very, very fun. Brian in their purple suit jacket, Ethan in their checkered kissing. A good couple's costume. There you go. Yeah, good couple's costume. I'd cry laughing if two people dressed up as you and Ethan and recreated that pic. I would actually... Here's the thing. Like, I intentionally captioned that picture on Twitter and Instagram as, like, this would have broken the 2018 fandom. Because those of you who were a part of it back then, that would have destroyed both Ethan and my fandom. People would have been keyboard smashing for months about it. It would have had so much steam behind it. It would have been unreal. And people probably would have cosplayed as it. And, like, done replica pictures of it. Almost guarantee, based on how intense the fandom was back then. I think that would have been very funny, but we probably would have had to deal with like a whole nother set of issues that came along with it. So I'm kind of glad it happened now when both of our communities are a little bit more settled in certain ways. Yeah, it could have been a meme. It probably would have become like a meme format back then. As someone that was a part of it, Tumblr/Twitter would have screamed. Yeah, it would have been so many reblogs on Tumblr for sure. Really would have broken so many people, yeah. Reposting because I'm heading to bed before I forget. I'm putting together the newsletter after my exam tomorrow, so if you want to get stuff in, tag me in things on the Discord. Yes, so if you don't know, Sarah puts together our monthly newsletter for the community. So if you have writing that you want to share with the community, if you have fan art, if you have just a cool piece of art that you're working on that doesn't deal with the community, if you are making funny memes about the community, things like that, all welcome in the newsletter. Think of it as like a school newsletter that we used to do back in like high school, middle school, whatever. Kind of a fun little journal of the month. But feel free to share with Sarah and help her with that process. Sarah, get some good rest. Thank you so much for being here. A coffee team. I don't have a coffee problem. I have a coffee solution. Oh my God. Delicious coffee. But yeah, Discord's the best way to reach Sarah there. Excuse me as I burp up spicy ramen. So yeah, Halloween party. Talked about LA. So I'll be back in November. There won't be a big event to meet me at, but if you do see me around LA, just out in the wild, feel free to say hi, please. Absolutely say hi. Ask for a picture. If you have a pen on you, I'll sign stuff, you know? I'll sign your baby. I made an Iron Lung fan art, but that's all I've done in years. That's cool, though. That's very, very... See, that's a movie I can talk about. I can talk about Iron Lung. I got to talk to Mark about it a little bit. It was fun. How was the premiere? What's up, Amethyst? It was amazing. It was so good. It was so fun. I got to see so many friends. Met some new people. Got to root on my boy. Ethan and I had a smoochy dooch, which was very nice. We'll put that back up as clickbait again tonight. How's that? We finally did it. 2018 Keyboard Smashers, you finally won. We held off for half a decade, but you won. When the physics of the fruit game make me lose, it is part of the challenge, right? That little bit of RNG in there. I can't count the number of times I've been on my best run and then like a bunch of the fruit shifting on the bottom become like a watermelon and launch a fruit over the line and kill me. Very annoying when that happens. What else? What else is going on in my life of lives? Obviously, last stretch for Girl Week. Thank you to everyone who's contributed. All of you are really nice and much more generous than you ever have to be. I hope that you all know that that is not an expectation of being a part of the community. But again, if it becomes a regular thing, I'll do Girl Week however many times we have to and want to. Good news, I get to see my long-distance partner in 30 days. Hell yeah, that's so soon. That's going to go by so quick. Have you heard about Sweet Cats? It's the same game, but with kitties instead of fruit. That's kind of adorable, and we'll have to check that out eventually. RNG, research, and gravelopment. Oh my God. Good Lord. Also, wait, I interrupted myself because we were talking about like how nasty Instagram culture can get sometimes. But again, the person, if you are lurking this stream for whatever reason and haven't left already after my initial explanation, I booked those tickets months in advance and they are non-refundable. So it was money that was already spent, pre-sponsorship drop-off. So there you have it. I'm so mad because the highest I've gotten is 2,908. That's really good, though. Dang, you should. The best I've is in the 2,800s. That's as far as I've gotten. Is that Morgan standing behind you in the boys kissing photo? Yes, that was Morgan there endorsing the action and waiting for her turn in the photo booth. It was super funny because just throughout the night, Ethan would be like, Brian, come over. We got to take pictures. Just because, like, in the 10 plus years we've known each other, we actually don't have that many pictures together. Yeah, Morgan was laughing at us, which was great. But that's just the way that it is in creator spaces. I think it's because we're also used to being on camera. A lot of us don't like to like take selfies with each other. But what happened at this event, which was really freaking cool, was there was a photo booth set up in the corner of the room. So anyone, as long as it was open, you just walked over with a group of friends. You got some like pictures taken in this little setup. And then you could just put in your phone number and have it texted to you immediately. So it's dope. And there's a whole site where all of these are uploaded, too, for those of us who were at the party to just download whatever pictures we want. So, really cool. And it took a lot of the weight of, like, oh, I got to approach this person and be like, hey, can we do a selfie? Let's do the fucking social media thing. Instead, we got, like, a bunch of people who had a couple drinks and then be like, group picture time, let's go. So, really cool thing. Very happy that that was there. Very, very fun stuff. Roxy Najar, hello, hi, welcome to the stream. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, again, any any allegations that Morgan and I might be anti-LGBTQ+, very fucking stupid. Definitely, there's just so much endorsement of that behavior. If anything, I think we've said, be gay, do crime, more than any other phrase here. How many farts did you put in Jordan's couch? He'll never know. But because here's the thing, is Jordan would feed us like a normal meal at the beginning of a day, and then by midday or the nighttime, we had only eaten one time in the day. Thank you so much for the fart sound effect. Very perfect timing. And then we'd like go to an event, hang out with people, have a couple drinks, and then then Jordan and Ellie would take us to Del Taco or Jack in the Box, which was great because I wanted to eat those things. But it definitely, if they didn't want farts in their couches,
He only likes her because she's old. She's probably like 20.
they had options so that wouldn't happen, you know? But your egg roll, don't bring up the egg roll. Jordan, thank you for the raid, by the way. Hello, everybody from what do you guys call again? The butt chut, right? Butt chut, right? Butt chut, welcome to the stream. Hi, please read the rules so you don't get timed out by Mia Mod or Nightbutt. Thank you so much, by the way, Jordan, for the 35 months, and Rachel Bethy, thank you so much for 17 months. Appreciate that a ton. Yeah, butt shut is definitely the name. Please don't get timed out. It would be terrible. Your reputation would be tarnished forever. It'd just be really embarrassing. Oh God, we'd talk about you for ages. Anyway, hi, if you're brand new here, hello, my name is Brian, aka Girbeagly. I am a Korean-American full-time Twitch partner, YouTuber, and voice actor. I play a little bit of everything from AAA games down to indies. I open up Pokemon cards, and I do cosplay. If you're brand new here, I hope that you had a lovely stream. Thank you for supporting one of my good friends. By the way, Jordan, what were you doing? How was your stream? I saw that you did an announcement for the next Paranormal Detour. So I guess the cat's out of the bag that I'm actually going to be the guest in every single one forever. And if you don't like me and don't like seeing me on screen when Jordan's there, you're screwed. I'm sorry. It's what the rest of the content, the rest of his life doing Paranormal Detours is going to be. Thank you, Amy. Oh my God, Amy, you already donated earlier. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Strix Brevis, Striggle Ford, Oh No Holly Joe, Ace Bear Sean, and Alk4130. Please make sure you're saying thanks to Amy. Enjoy the emotes, enjoy the sub badge. Good God. I told them I gave you the series. Yeah, it's actually my show now. If you guys did not see the stream that I did on Jordan's channel on Wednesday, it's the first time I'd ever actually been on camera, which was really, really nerve-wracking. I've never done a stream before. And I'm really grateful that everyone allowed me to just be myself and expose Jordan for the terrible war crimes that he regularly commits, you know? Gonna let Otis out? Little nervous boy. Oats bagoats. What were you up to besides the special guesting? Who is the special guest, by the way? I forgot to ask. I'm very terrible at raids, as you all can tell. I don't even know how to market my own channel. It's just how it's been for 10 plus years of content. Welcome. If you decide to stick around, thank you so much for all the follows, by the way. If you don't, I'm not going to take that personally. It's the internet. There's like thousands of people streaming. We're not going to match each other's energy every single time.
Nice.
Ah! Nice. Thank you, Little Hellion. I appreciate the bits. Nee. Oh, that's right. Actually, I did know that already. I literally just forgot because I have the memory of a goldfish, as is the case. I also, wait, I just realized this image is still up. Don't ignore the image on the screen. There was nothing there. Oh my God. I literally forgot that was there. Hey, hi everybody. Welcome to the stream. We were just doing a little bit of a rundown of my time in LA, which was very, very fun. If you don't know, I stayed with Jordan in LA. Me and my partner Morgan slept on their couch and air mattress, which was very fun. Thank you, Charmenthal. Thank you very much for the 200 big bits. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Hello, everyone joining, by the way. It's so nice to see so many familiar names in this chat room tonight. In the studio tonight. The vibes are immaculate. Boomer moment on my part? No. Perfect moment on your part. I like a good 69 bits in single cheers. It makes me feel like I'm on the pole. You know, I'm pole dancing and you're whipping pennies at me or something. Too late, I already perceived it. Twy, come on, unperceive it. I'm using my powers to make you not see it anymore. It was a fun slumber party. It was kind of like a slumber party. I did tell chat, wait, I'm going to wait until Jordan's back for this one because I think it's so funny. Because I literally had a discussion with him at brunch the next day after we came in. So we arrived Tuesday night, which was Ethan's birthday. But we arrived so late that we didn't get to join Ethan for his birthday. Which was fine because, like, I don't know. We had a whole, big event to go to. If you guys probably heard over in Jordan's stream all about Ethan's big boy premiere. Ethan is one of my best friends in the world. I've known him for over 8 years. I literally consider him my little brother at this point. Incredible event. Lots of great friends, lots of great acquaintances that I've known for years and haven't gotten to know in person. People I haven't seen for years and gotten to catch up with. Made a bunch of plans with some people while I was there because I'm going back in November. I will be back for Thanksgiving week in November for about like 8 days, which is exciting. Yeah, we played the watermelon game against each other, which was wild. That's the first time I've ever played a video game as well. It was on Jordan's Wednesday stream, as we all know. The image with you and Ethan has replaced my retina, so every selfie will have that image of you zoom in on one eye. It's like the, God, why am I forgetting the name of the show? That's So Raven, where it zooms in on her eyeball, except like when you zoom in on the eyeball, it's literally just this picture, and then it zooms back out. I'm wheezing at the image of throwing change at the strip club. Thank you. Is that not what I do? You kiss your little brother like that? Listen, here's the thing, though. Okay, so there's history here. I'm going to explain the history of this picture. It's like when you look at an eclipse. Thank you, Amy, for more big bits. What the heck? I appreciate that a lot. Thank you very, very much. If you are unaware, we are currently also working towards a sub goal, which will be about 300 subs farther from in a few days, just due to the September drop-off. But it's called Girl Week, and you can use the command !girl if you want to read a little bit more about it. But something that is a fun little thing that I'll be doing for the community if we hit the goal. I'm honored to have seen you play your very first video game. Thank you. Yeah, it's weird. I needed to know what all the hype was about.
Lesbians?
First stream, first time on camera. First video game. Actually, talking to Jordan was the first time I talked to another human being, which was wild. Maddie, thank you so much for the 2 gifted subs. What the heck? Thank you very, very much. Smoke23 and Charlie NYC, if either of you here, you better be saying thank you to Maddie. Enjoy those emotes. Enjoy the sub badge. How do you pronounce your Twitch name? It's Girbeagly. So history behind that name is I was a humongous Invader Zim fan because I'm a millennial, so I know, cringe, whatever. Live, laugh, Invader Zim. Gur was my favorite character from that show because I have ADHD and so does Gur. And then when I was a little kid, beagles were my favorite breed of dog. And I used to call them Beaglies. So I created the username probably around like 15, 20 years ago. Actually, looking back at it, it had to have been like 20 years ago. I created the username Girbeagly, and it's just always kind of been my thing. So that is why that's there. Yeah, old, huge Gerboomer moment for everybody here, for sure. History behind this picture, that's what we're going for, as Jordan makes us wait. Because here's my prediction. He just got done streaming. He didn't actually take Otis out to poop. He's probably the one pooping right now. And he's probably not even doing it. He actually probably went outside to do it. The way that just so that he could be like, oh yeah, no, I was definitely outside with Otis. I saw a car that was purple go by, and like he'll have like the details, so like the lie is more airtight. You know? That's the way that I feel. But, so lore drop, yeah, big lore drop here with this picture. So, first off, those of you who don't know, Ethan and I have both been making content on like YouTube specifically, but also, you know, social media, Twitch, you name it. If you don't know Ethan, by the way, this is Ethan Nestor, formerly Crank Gameplays. He's been making content for a long time. I'm proud of him all the damn time, like genuinely every day. Hey, formerly of Unis Honest, small little channel. You can look them up. Their channel's so active these days. You'll be able to find everything about
He only
them.
likes her because she's
Detonated!
She's
Thank you so much for
probably
33 freaking months. What the heck?
The Frenchiest.
The Frenchiest fry? Oui. Zit frites. Thank you for 33 months. I almost forgot what the French word for fry was. But yeah, so Ethan and I have been friends for a very long time. Long before he was a famous boy living out in LA. And we made a ton of collab videos together back in the day. To the point where if you were a part of the internet, especially like YouTube subcultures or Twitch subcultures in like 2017, 2018, we had a lot of fans that were very intense about our relationship. Which is another reason that these days I kind of emphasize the like, no, I think of him as a little brother. But it was back when a lot of people would ship real people pretty regularly in fandoms, especially YouTubers, because I guess we just didn't have rights. And what ended up happening was we had a lot of explicit media written about us. A little thing called fan fiction on this small site called Wattpad and AO3. We also had DeviantArt, fan art made of us doing things that we typically don't engage with together. Typically are reserved for either, you know, people who are in committed relationships or like one-night stands, things like that, who let the YouTubers vote. Honestly, we shouldn't have any say in any politics. We're at bottom of the rung as far as human beings go. We're all degenerate weirdos. So scared of shippers at that time. I still am, actually. They can get intense, and when YouTubers would speak up and be like, hey, can you please not, you know, make fan art of me and my friend, you know, playing a, like, two-person human centipede, but with, like, our, you know, bottom halves of our bodies, people got mad at us for just being like, hey, that makes us a little bit uncomfy. So anyway, there was a ship name called Brythan that was very, very intense. And there was fan art, there was fan fiction. Ethan and I leaned into it one year by reading some of the fan fiction for YouTube videos. But yeah, it was very intense. And what ended up happening was we just ignored it as much as we could over the years. We'd sometimes like make jokes. Brythan, my brain hurts remembering. Yeah. They would cry when told not to make the nastiest art known to humanity featuring them. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, they'd be like, you guys are so mean. And I'd be like, it's very weird that you're having this type of emotional reaction to this when you just drew something that like I would like, if it even wasn't me and a friend of mine, I would be uncomfortable seeing. Just absolutely depraved artwork. But, so we avoided it for a while. And it's been about 5 years, half of a decade, since there's been any sort of romantic kindling of the Brythan shipping in the world. So, I'd like to power wash that era from my brain. So what happened was, this was at the after party after Ethan's premiere. If you don't know, Ethan did a live show tour, show that he wrote himself, wrote musical numbers for. Incredibly, incredibly awesome show. Really cool live experience. And he toured all over the U.S. And while he was touring, he filmed a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff, including the creation of the actual show itself. Made a documentary, which he then edited it into a movie, which he did a red carpet premiere for in LA, and that is what I was just at this last week. And it was awesome. It was the first time I'd done an LA red carpet. It was the first time I'd been to a big, like, premiere, anything like that. So it was really a cool event, and it was extra special because it was Ethan's birthday week, and I got to be there to support, again, one of my best friends in the world. But during the after party, we had this photo booth in the corner, and I was just explaining to my community how awesome it was to have the photo booth, because a lot of the times at these events, it is a bunch of creators together, and most of us do not want to be on. We don't want to be acting like we're like, you guys ever see like old school like band DVDs, you know, like documentary, like this is our road trip while we're on tour, and everyone's like, hey buddy, like Steve, the camera's on you, and Steve would turn around and be like, ah, what's up, you know, like that, like in the documentary. Like no one wants that energy when we're all hanging out, because like we do a lot of that like while we're on camera. We do a lot of that, like, you know, some people more exaggerated than others. For the most part, I'm just who you see on camera, but Some people, I understand why they separate those two energies. And there was, like, there's always, like, this sort of, like, barrier where, like, we're like, oh, we're just vibing and we're trying to enjoy the moment. We live on our phones so often. No one wants to bring their phone out and be like, hey, other big YouTuber, other big Twitch streamer, let's get these pictures together. You know, do selfies, do that whole song and dance. And then, so someone had set up a photo booth in the corner, which was really awesome. It was amazing to have this little photo booth in the corner. It was just a simple, digital camera on like a stand with like a touch screen. And you go up, you'd hit the touch screen, you'd pose with your friends. So like, as long as it was available, groups of people would just walk up with their friends, be like, yeah, let's get pictures together. Let's be silly on camera, especially after a few drinks deep. And you could just mix and match. It wasn't a lot of setup. And then you just like hit another button, type in your phone number, have it texted right to you. Perfect, awesome, cool, modern way to do it. And kept it fun and lighthearted instead of like this big ordeal where like, oh, not everyone was in the group picture. Oh, we forgot someone? Let's just take another one at the photo booth. It was great. I loved it. That said, Ethan called me over. We were both several drinks deep at this point. And he was like, Brian, we gotta get your picture together. And I was like, okay. So I walked up and he was like, Brian, close your eyes and stick your lips out and lean forward a little bit. And I was like, okay. And I just thought in my head, I was like, we are going to drive the 2018 fandom insane by teasing that we were going to kiss. We're going to have like a almost lips touching, like silly little picture that we could blast out on social media and make those people lose their minds because we're still teasing the idea of it. Well, I'm sitting there, lips extended, eyes closed. All of a sudden, I feel two lips on my own, and then the picture is taken. Ethan just leaned in, went for it. We had our first lovely on-camera kiss, and then got to share it on social media, which is fun. So that is the lore behind it, but that is why this happened. So, Jordan said the party bus was loud and Mark was the real MVP. I don't know if I would call Mark the MVP. Mark and I put up if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, I put up a short form video of me on the party bus, just being like, it's a party bus. And I was telling people this on the bus. I was like, I am fully dissociating right now because this is sensory overload. Because the music was like, and there was like flashing lights, disco balls all over the place, etc. It was just a fucking sensory nightmare, and I didn't have enough caffeine in me at that point in the night to be like, I can handle this. I was like, I'm gonna sit here and dissociate, and oh my god, there's so much. And I just looked over because Mark was sitting next to me, and he was just like, it's so fucking loud. I hate this. And like, he was just, he was also overwhelmed and dealing with it. I told everyone on the bus, I was like, this, by the way, if you've never had a panic attack, this is what a panic attack feels like. It was very loud. It was hard to talk over the music and all the noise and all the talking. I don't know if Mark was the MVP. He just kind of weathered the storm with me. We both sat there and we're like, oh, we're gonna fucking die. And it didn't make matters any better because the windows were so tinted on the party bus. We had no idea where we were going. So I made a quick little joke where I was like, yeah, we're all gonna suddenly like pass out. And then when we wake up, we're each going to be missing a kidney. And then half the people thought that was funny. And then half the people were like, oh God, I didn't think of that. So that was the party bus experience. Very fun. Thanks, Ethan. Thanks for that sensory nightmare. Just being in a tube of noise, basically. Well, we didn't know where we were going. We couldn't get our bearings and just a shaky bus ride through LA. You sound just like Ethan? Okay. For the newer people here, my community is going to sit here and go, oh, God, Brian, shut the fuck up. Oh, my God. I've heard this story 8,000 times, Brian. You guys know the movie The Little Mermaid? I'm sure a lot of you do. Do you know the characters of Ariel and Ursula? They might ring a bell. They're like two of the most important characters in the whole movie, right? Ethan voice, right? That should just be a command at this point. So here's the thing. This is the reason we sound so familiar when I go, oh, hey, what's up? It's me, Ethan Nestor. Oh, I know how to do the backflips. Oh. Like, there's a reason. And it's not just because we've known each other so long. So back in the day when I met Ethan and he was a young spry boy, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, we would hang out a lot, right? We'd go to the same conventions. We shared a lot of hotel rooms. Morgan and I visited him in Maine, that kind of thing. And I used to do this voice, and Morgan can vouch for this, that like since she started dating me 15 years ago, I've sometimes defaulted where I'm like, I don't know what I want right now. I kind of want a cheeseburger, but maybe not a cheeseburger. Maybe I want a chicken sandwich. You know, like I did that voice a lot. Yeah, the oh shit, here we go again meme. And so what ended up happening was I would do that when we would be hanging out a lot. And just like Ursula took Ariel's voice, and then Prince Eric thought, oh, this Ursula girl has a beautiful voice. When she was in human form, people now associate that voice with Ethan the most. So there we go. Yeah, mirroring be like, yeah, very ADHD of us because we both have extreme ADHD. And if you put a single catchphrase or a silly voice in our heads, him and I will sit there for hours just being like, blah, blah, like back and forth. It's just, yeah. It's you're the voice. Yes, I'm the voice. So, and I've gotten Ethan to admit this publicly multiple times. So this is not just me being sour. This is me sharing the true history. Because here's the thing. Ethan is a man. And as a man, he has the audacity of a man. So of course he believes in his version of his story. But as someone who presents femme sometimes on the gender fluidity spectrum, where's her story? You know what I'm saying? Where's their story? That's all I gotta say. Anyway, thanks for listening to my TED Talk. That's on echololia. Is that how you say that? Echololia? That's on echololia, baby. So there it is. Yeah, believe her story. Thank you. Yeah. It's she believed, he lied. Thank you. You avoided years of infantilization. That is true, because, but I didn't really, because here's the thing, is like back when I first started making content with Ethan, the number of fans who would be like, Brian, I haven't seen you drink water in a couple of hours. You have to drink water, and if you don't, you're gonna die, and you're a little ooh baby. And I was like, I'm a full-ass, like 30-year-old. You have to go to bed. That kind of, no, I did not avoid it. Just by proxy of, like, knowing Ethan as long as I have. I got a lot of that spillover. But he definitely got a lot worse. For sure. It's echolalia? Okay, thank you. Thank you very, very much. But yeah, there you go. There's the story. That's the story right there. Thank you for the applause. I think I told that story a lot faster than I normally do. I think that was pretty well done. Also, I'm assuming, Jordan, are you back yet? I'm calling you out of lurk because I want you to be here for this. Because I already, you know this happened because I literally said it to you at brunch. But, like, I'm going to share this. So, slumber party vibes for sure. Hanging out at Jordan's. But to the point where, like, you know, like, when you're with your friends and you're at a slumber party and none of you want to go to bed because you hit that point where you're all really tired, but then you push through it because you're like, no, let's just, like, watch, like, one more movie or whatever. Or, like, let's play one more round of whatever video game. And you all push through it, and you get that, like, hyper level of, like, second wall energy, right? Or second wind energy. That kind of happened. So, like, Morgan and I roll in on Tuesday, and exhausted, right? We had, just flown, like, 12 hours or whatever. Group Spectrum or me, I don't think I'm blocked or dipping or anything. I don't see any drop frames. So, might be on your end. I'm sorry, Ren. I have 22 parasocial points by name. I always have just enough for a sound alert at the perfect time. I'm stuck in a loop. Perfect. Yeah, one more round of the watermelon game. I did infect Jordan's brain with Suika game, the watermelon game, so that is on me. Yeah, seems fine on my end. Okay, thank you for letting me know. But, we were hanging out, and I was like, okay, maybe we'll hang out till like 3 o'clock at night, because we didn't roll in until around like midnight LA time. And then Jordan and Ellie were courteous enough. They came out. They were amazing hosts in the sense that they like just ferried our asses all over LA, which has some of the worst traffic in the world. And, you know, it's like they drove all the way to LAX, which was really nice. Things like that. And obviously opened their home to us. But we ended up sitting up, playing the fruit game, chatting. It's like 3:30 rolls around, and I'm like, man, oh man, I am tired. I kind of, you know, I'm having a good time with Jordan, but I kind of hope he gets the hint that I'm tired. So I started being like, oh man, I am so tired right now. Oof, I'm really tired. Oh, I can't wait to go to bed. And Jordan was like, oh, yeah, you guys, like, flew a long time. Meanwhile, he's on his Switch. He's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, you guys did fly a long... Yeah, you're right. You guys flew a long way. And I'm like, yeah, we did. Yeah, really long way. Oh, boy, I'm going to go brush my teeth real quick. And I, like, got up and I, like, brushed my teeth and I came back. Jordan's... Oh, there's a new like Anthony Padilla interview I wanted to put on. Turns on the TV, turns on the YouTube app. Kind of half paying attention. Oh yeah, no, this is like a really good interview to watch before we going to bed. It'd be great. This is really cool. Finally, I think it was like 5:15 in the morning or something. Rolls around. Jordan goes, oh shit, I didn't realize what time it is. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. Gets up, goes to bed. Again, had a fun time. Definitely had a fun time. Not complaining about the time we spent together. But next day, you know, I roll out of bed. They're like, hey, you want to go get brunch or anything like that? And we're like, yeah, that sounds good. They took us to this really cute cafe that had amazing coffee. Very good food. I had this bagel breakfast sandwich called the East Coaster, which was so fucking good. But it was not an East Coast sandwich. I will say that much. They didn't quite nail the vibe of the East Coast sandwich, but it was very, very good for what LA can do. And I enjoyed it. I did not regret eating it. But here it is. The East Coaster in all its glory. Everything bagel with egg, cheese, and a side salad for some reason. But I ended up eating that, and then over the meal, I was like, Jordan, I love you, man, and I had such a good time last night. But there was a moment last night, because he was like, man, we had so much fun last night. I'm so mad you showed me that fruit game, because I played that way too late at night. And I was like, yeah, it did get really late, man. I love you so much. I had such a good time hanging out. It was really good catching up. We don't get to see each other very much. But there was a moment where I was like, I really hope Jordan goes to bed, because I just flew in and I'm from New York and I need to go to bed. And he was like, okay, well, I'm sorry that we don't get to see each other very often, and I wanted to hang out with my friend. And that was our discussion about it. And I was like, no, that's fair. That happens. So that's the story of that. And he has a good point, you know. We did get some, and I had a good time. I had a great time. But I'm very glad, because I felt like on this trip, I was fully transparent with all my friends I talked to. I just straight up, if I wanted to say something to them, I just said it. You guys saw that during the Wednesday stream. You know, I exposed to everyone that Jordan is more racist around me than he normally is. Or whatever it was that we said that we made into like a joke during that stream. Yeah, I hate to break it to all of you, but Jordan is so fucking racist. It's wild. But when he's around me, for some reason, he gets more racist. I'm assuming he probably hates Asian people. He's not back from walking Otis yet, so all this slander is necessary. This is how we summon him, is the only thing he cares about is, because he's addicted to work, is he's now sprinting. I can hear him. He's sprinting to his computer to be like, no, chat, don't believe him. My brand's the only thing I have. We're gonna get him. Yeah, and homophobic. Unbelievable. Oh my god, he might as well be a kick streamer. What's going on here? You know? Are you a Sagittarius? We tend to be very blunt like that. No, I have like 5 placements or 6 placements in Scorpio, which I always forget what that means. And then my rising is Sagittarius, and I also forget what that means. So, there we go. So there you have it. Your butt chut streamer, is an unbelievably racist. I'm so sorry to expose him this way. I know you all we're rooting for you. We're rooting for you, Jordan. You're the only white streamer that we believe in. Can't believe Jordan's canceled now. I know. It happened. Yeah, that tracks. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, it does. So, yeah. He did say he was going to kick. Yeah, no, I know. He's got a huge contract there. And I really hope that he does well. I can't wait for all of his hate speech rants. Those will be really funny to see covered by Dexerto on Twitter. And I'll make sure I like and retweet all of them for him. It will be great. I'm also Scorpio's sun, Sagittarius rising. I know our birthdays are a day apart, but still. Oh, yeah, so you probably have very similar things on some of them. I always forget how it works. I think it's like time of day matters, though, right? Because I'm Scorpio, sun, moon, Neptune, something. I don't fucking know. And then Sagittarius rising. You'd think, like, living with someone who practices this stuff, I would actually understand a little bit more of it. But this brain does not hold information very often. Yeah, my partner Morgan, by the way, if you do not follow Morgan, I love her so much. I would not be where I'm at without her. Please support the hell out of her. She's fantastic. If you're into any sort of spirituality, please go check out her streams. She does a lot of tarot, talks about astrology stuff every now and then. Lots of fun stuff. Part of the reason, if you don't know, we were part of Jordan's flagship Paranormal Detour at the Bel Air House in Ohio. But part of the reason he asked us both to be there, originally it was just going to be me and Jordan, which I think would have been a shit show, honestly. But Morgan, because she's into tarot and into spirituality, and I'm a full-blown skeptic for the most part, we were kind of like a nice both sides of the spectrum for the dynamic. And as a result, I think that one went pretty well. And Jordan and I were talking about it a lot. Like I had a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun with that, and I think that we got a lot of cool moments during that stream. So, if you were a part of that one, it's good stuff. It's hard when you only have two brain cells and one is on top of the other choking it out. Yeah, for sure. In fact, I think the one that's choking out the other one might have already won, and the one that was being choked out might already be dead, you know, kind of thing. Like the stop it, he's already dead meme, you know. Morgan's streams made me better at memorizing my chart, but most days I only remember the sun, moon, and rising. Yeah, it's so hard for me. I have an app on my phone that does it, apparently. So there we go. Who, me? Yes, you, Morgan. I love you. Edwin liked you, though. Edwin was my homie, and according to Morgan, he's visited me multiple times here at our house. I don't know whether or not I can validate that, but I hope that if Edwin is watching or here right now, dude, I love you. I love that you're a prankster. I like that energy. We had a good dynamic, man. I'm cool with you hanging out whenever. As a Capricorn, probably the only sign less hype than Scorpio. I support Scorpios in their efforts to become the devil or whatever you guys are supposedly doing. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like we're supposed to be like evil or something. I don't know. We're supposed to be like manipulative, like crafty masterminds, or I don't even remember what the stereotype of Scorpio is. But I'm probably all of it. Who knows? I'm eventually gonna rule the world. We'll figure it out. One brain cell has a heart attack, the other brain cell resuscitates it, and then that one has a heart attack, and then they just go back and forth forever. That does kind of sound like my brain's existence. I love Edwin. Yeah, Edwin was cool. He was a dope ghost. It's been 5 months since I've been back into your community. Thank you so much for those months, but also it's been 5 months since Touche. Oh, God. Not the Touche meme. Oh, my God. Nettles, you haven't got a watermelon all night? That's so sad. I'm sorry. That means that it's just, like, more likely to happen now, right? Each time you play, it's more likely. Isn't that how probability works? I don't know. That's how some of it works. Is a Scorpio rising somehow only dated 2 non-Scorpios? Or I don't know if I know nothing about the dating dynamics. I don't know if like Scorpio plus Scorpio equals hellfire, or if it's like Scorpio plus Scorpio equals world peace. I really don't know the difference. I'm sorry. Dope ghost. Yeah, dope ghost. Edwin was just taking huge rips of a bong the entire time, and what I thought was like ectoplasmic smoke was actually just bong rips, dude. Incredible. He was like a hazy ghost outline, but it was actually just bong smoke. Touche was 5 months ago? I guess. Where did the... Wait, this picture's been in the way the whole time. Oh, my God. I guess. I like to lean on this side. I can't have Ethan's big dumb head blocking, or my own big dumb head blocking me when I do this. Like, this isn't conducive to you screenshotting my face and then making memes out of it. Ghost weed. That'd be a dope name for a weed strain. Yeah, man. Got this, like, really sticky, icky ghost. Freshly harvested. Yeah, that's right. It's called, like, Buddhist Ghost Kush. And it's like a crossbreed between, like, Strawberry Kush and, like, Pineapple Express. You know? We've all seen the weed ghost. Yeah, we've all seen the weed ghost. Once you smoke the weed, then you see them. It's been a whole summer since Touche. I guess so. Oh, God. I genuinely didn't think of the fact that the photo was just sitting there the whole time. I clearly also did not, so... Freshly harvested. Yeah. There's a reason I added the dyslexia tag to my streams finally. Even though I was diagnosed by my therapist like a year and a half ago, like fully, because I've always suspected, and I've had other therapists be like, I think you have it, but like, let's not shoot for like the full, like, figure out the diagnosis thing. And then this therapist that I'm with, she was like, no, we're running you through some tests. Yes, you definitely have dyslexia. But I finally was like, fine, I'll put the tag on the stream. Throw in the towel and admit it. I'm dyslexic. Hi, everybody. My name's Brian, and I'm dyslexic. Buddhist Ghost Kush is definitely a new sentence. And probably a new weed strain, too. Dead inside, so I'm basically a weed ghost. I mean, hey, we all have our ways of getting through this wacky, weird world. I judge nobody. Photo just blended in for me. Everyone's just like, yeah, we're so LGBTQ plus here. Literally doesn't faze us. Which is how it should be, right? Isn't that the whole thing? That's like the whole thing about us fighting for LGBTQ plus rights. Is I don't want anyone to make like a huge deal that I'm gender fluid unless like maybe I'm inspiring to you or show you that like, hey, you can figure yourself out whenever. That's cool. I like those types of byproducts of it. But overall, it's just like, oh yeah, you're still Brian. That just happens to be like your gender identity. Whatever. Not a big deal. You're still you at the end of the day, right? Ghost weed is when every puff, the smoke becomes a ghost and haunts your house. Oh, it's when it's that like yucky, stale weed smell that like soaks into people's carpets and shit. I cannot see the words. I just mix up all the words. Anime Fangirl, what's up? Hello, hi. Accepting people are the best kind of people. It's the only way to be. It's like literally like at the very least, it's like I'll see people will be like, oh, I don't agree with like this person's sexuality or gender identity or whatever. Cool, dude. Then don't be that. You don't like when boys kiss boys? Don't be a boy that kisses boys then. All right, cool. This boy will continue to kiss boys. Who cares? How does that affect you? Go away. That's really how it is. You're inspiring to me and have made me much more confident in my own gender exploration. I'm glad. And here's the thing. I talk about this all the time, but like, for me, I don't like labels. For me personally, I'm not a big like label myself something kind of person. So even saying I'm gender fluid is like a very new thing for me, and it's much more direct than I normally am. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter who I like, who I'm attracted to, what I present as. I'm still me at the end of the day. I understand how fitting into a certain niche or subculture or finding people who can explain to you the things that you've always wanted terms for is very helpful for some people, and I love labels for that. I love that people are able to find community for themselves through labels. I think that it's really, really cool when that happens. But for me personally, I'm not like big on labeling myself anything. I just am who I am at the end of the day. And that's just where it's at. So the big thing that I always try to remind people who are exploring still or figuring themselves out is there's no time limit. There's no like milestone you have to hit by X age or like X life event. You can figure that out for as long as you need to. That's just the way that it is.
He only likes her because
and then
she's
the other
old.
side of it
She's
is,
probably like
thank you, by the way, Voracious Violet.
I'm so LGBTQ plus. I'm getting gay married in 2
Let's
days.
go, gay marriage! Let's go. Fuck yeah. Voracious Violet, thank you so much for the 2 years. Congrats on also leveling up into a silver Jolteon badge. Can we get some pride and some hype spammed in the chat for that big resub? Thank you for being here. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ghost Train Haze is a real weed strain. Amazing. I knew there had to be one out there with the word ghost in it, because stoners think that, like, oh, dude, the word ghost is sick. Yeah, we should totally name this, like, man, it's so strong, it makes me feel like I died. Like, absolutely. Not even surprised by that one. We're getting gay married on Halloween. No way! Twilight, congrats! Congrats to both of you. So happy. Love is love. Love wins. We freaking love that here. That's incredible. What's up, Juniper? Nice to see you here as well. Welcome. But yeah, honestly, I'm so glad. Over the years, I've had a lot of people be like, Brian, you've always inspired me to just be myself, and that's been something very nice to hear. Every now and then I sort of lose faith in like who I am, or the impact I can possibly have in a positive way on the world. You know, just creator things where I'm just like, man, I have this platform, but like no one really cares about me or what I have to say or the things that I want to change. But I get a lot of people who sort of fix that by just telling me, hey, today's stream was great. You like reminded me that I can just be me. I love when that kind of shit happens. It's awesome. But hand in hand with that is, even if you land on like a label for yourself, for your sexuality, your gender, whatever it might be, your identity, it doesn't have to stick permanently. If you're someone who's like, yeah, it fits the best for now, I'm just going to keep this for now, that's cool. That's fine. Who says that you can't change that down the line and reapply a different label? Or just get rid of labels completely. Or, you know, say like, I don't really fit into any of them. Or, you know, go, I thought it was this thing, but it definitely doesn't fit. I'm actually this thing, and I found that out by like talking to other people and researching stuff. There's nothing wrong with any of those approaches. I fucking love that. And that's the way that it should be. And it's no one's business but yours. I can confidently say with 100% honesty, these streams in this community matter so much to me and have made such a profound impact on my life. I'm so glad to hear that. Here's the thing that I love about the internet, right? Is like, it's very easy to just like sort of feel lost in the crowd when you are walking about in your everyday life, at work, at school, just walking around your town or your city or whatever, at the grocery store, you name it. But even with that community there, sometimes there's like not enough connection, you know? Even seeing our friends in real life, sometimes there's not enough connection. I like that the internet exposes us to a large number of perspectives and viewpoints and sort of just widens that net as much as it can be. And you can come together and realize, oh, there's a lot of people who feel the same way as me. Or, hey, I never thought of things that way. And that is going to change how I think about this moving forward. I love that aspect of it. It's so cool. It's really, really awesome. And to hear that you get that out of like what we do here, May, I'm really happy. My labels have changed so many times over the last 12 years. Hell yeah, that's great. Experimenting and figuring out like what makes you all that matters at the end of the day is what makes you the most comfortable. As long as you are not hurting anyone else and you're not hurting yourself. What makes you feel the most comfortable is the best, you know? My name is my identification personally, asexual and bear. I love that though. No, that's so straightforward. I love that. I mean, I went from labeling myself as pansexual to labeling myself as asexuality and gender is fluid. Yeah. You know, you get to figure out where you fit into that yourself. Savvy, take care. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you very, very much for being a part of our community. And yes, Tuesday night, those of you who don't know, from the title of the stream, we're doing a costume party on Tuesday. So I will probably not start till kind of late at night, because I want to be there with Morgan to hand out goodies to the trick-or-treaters. And our neighborhood normally doesn't dry up until like around 9 o'clock at night, probably. But this community has taught me so much. I'm so glad. Austin, dude, there's a reason that you're like one of the pillars of the community here. As a mod, as a regular, as someone who props us up, who helps us move forward, helps us welcome new people into what we do. It's dope to have you here, man. Seriously. But Tuesday, Halloween. Very excited. I hope everyone's got their costumes. Oh, that's something I was going to ask. Chat, while I'm going through this, feel free to tell me like what you've dressed up as at Halloween parties this weekend, or what you're going to be on Halloween, or your Halloween plans. That kind of stuff is dope. Surprised I got a gift sub without being a follower. You might have come in from a previous raid. As long as you visited a channel, it technically gives you eligibility to potentially become a sub. So kind of luck of the draw, right? But this Tuesday, I will be in cosplay, probably something very femme, because I haven't gotten to dress up in a while, and I love doing it. possibly one of the cosplays I owe everyone. So we might have your Forger, we might do Marnie from Pokemon, or I might just get in something else. We'll figure it out. But I'm going to be in a costume. We're going to have a special Discord chat that will be activated either tomorrow or the day of Halloween, that people can put pictures of their costumes, of their makeup looks, of their nail art. If you're doing like Halloween themed like nails, your decorations, with the decorations. If they're outside decorations, please do not dox yourself. Please, please, please. Just because we're a good, inclusive, very tight-knit community, you don't know what people are going to do with the info online. Just be careful. This is all going to be in Discord again. But if you don't feel comfortable joining our Discord, or if you don't like using Discord, we will have alternative ways for you to get your pictures to us. So if you need to, you can potentially like whisper me or mods or something during the stream, and we'll get you up on the screen. If you're baking, special desserts or food for Halloween, you can share that in there. Just anything Halloween related. Like, we're going to be going through it. And I will be asking for consent before I put up any of the pictures. So if you're someone who's like, yeah, I really want to show off this Halloween costume, and you put it in the Discord, and then I get to you and I go, hey, do you want to appear on the stream? And you've changed your mind. You're like, no, I actually changed my mind. I'm nervous. No hard feelings. I'll just go on to the next person. So consent is very important here for that kind of thing. For a kiddo's trunk or treat, I got to go as a bandit, and the littlest is too. Got to go be bing. I love that. I love that. Bandit and Bingo from Bluey. Bluey is like one of my favorite shows ever. It's so cute. Oh my god. Morgan is Bingo's biggest fan, by the way. Bingo! Spirit pulls stuff on sale. Wait, put stuff on sale tomorrow or Tuesday. May have something really cool. Oh, dope, dude. Looking forward to it. Seriously. Taking a picture of my exact street address for you guys. Please do not. Please do not do that. Oh my gosh. I'm back again. Cell crashed on me. Oh no. That dreaded Twitch app is not very stable these days. We have it on all the time here. Felt perfect. That's so cute. It's such a good show. It's so nice because, like, growing up, there was a lot of shows that taught morals like that show does, but they were a little bit, like, on the nose. But we sort of strayed away from that in kids' cartoons over the years, I feel like. And knowing that show fits it in very organically and naturally, while also still being really fun and goofy and like an actual, like, feels like a kid's show. It doesn't feel like edutainment, but it is definitely infused with a lot of, like, really good morality and a lot of really good, like, heartfelt messages. I really like it for that, for sure. Dropping a pin in my house in the Discord. Stop. I'm so nervous when people say that kind of thing. I don't worry about doxing myself. Y'all have my address. Cool. Me too. I know where I live. My thing, I've been so as a public figure for over a decade on the internet now, I've been doxed at least like 4 separate times. Especially, again, going all the way back to that very passionate yet a little bit boundary crossing community we had back in like 2017, 2018. That was probably the like height of the sort of like intense feral behavior from the fandom. And I got doxxed, and people had my personal address, and my thing has always been, hey, please, respect me, because if I have a stranger roll up to my door, I'm going to just straight up feel like someone's rolling up on me, and I will be not happy or pleasant about it. It's like, and then I've had people send me threats of like, hey, I know where you live, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, and I've been like, cool. Roll up, see what the fuck happens. So that's always been my thing about it. But please don't dox yourself. It's not worth the hassle. I had to contact so many websites, so many legal things to get like my address scrubbed from the internet. It takes a lot of work. Actively taking a photo of my mess. Ryan, quick question. Can I add you on Discord? I was just thinking the other day maybe I should have another phone. Wait, what? Are we not connected on Discord? I could have sworn that we were friends on Discord, Brookie. What the hell? You should... That is something that I have with every single mod but you, apparently, then. Alright, let me get you. Before I forget. That is the wrong person. Uh-oh, that would have been really bad. Let me do that quickly for you. Give me 1 second. Why is my Discord mobile app is now not working right? So fun. Power Boss, hello, hi, welcome to the stream. Jenna, open the channel. Oh, there we go. Channel's open on the Discord if you want to put your Halloween stuff in there. Hell yeah. Found out a week ago my dog likes Bluey because our satellite dish wasn't working. One of the 3 channels we got was Nick Jr. Seen TikTok says Bluey's and colored dogs can see good, and I believe it now. Yeah, that's so cute. I love that. That's so, so cute. Love that a lot. Watching Not Wacky? Wait, what? Did I probably read something wrong. Oh, yeah, that was to someone else. Oh my god, I'm so distracted literally all the time. All right, hold up. There we go. There you go, Brookie. I sent a request. I'm sorry. I could have sworn that I had the whole mod team added. All right. Chat. Thanks for chatting with me. Thanks for vibing. So we went over Girl Week. We went over Halloween Party. I don't know what I'm going to be doing for that. Maybe I'll open Pokemon cards. Maybe I'll dress as Marnie from Pokemon and open Pokemon cards like we did when I did the Kiki's Delivery Service costume. Or maybe I will do horror games in cosplay. We'll see. So, we'll see. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Talked about LA trip, Ethan's premiere, the history behind the kiss, the history behind Ethan stealing my voice, Girl Week. I think I already mentioned that. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. What the hell else? I feel like someone asked me a question and I straight up forgot to answer. So, I don't know. Okay, well, hey, you know what we do when we can't think? This is a little bit overdue here, I gotta say. Dude, Jordan's been gone cleaning up Otis's poop forever, it seems like. Oh my gosh. Here we go. The browser version, by the way. Trying to hit 3,000 tonight. We don't think, yeah. Can't think, improvise. Exactly. Exactly. Here we go. I was too lazy to set up my Switch tonight and hook it up to my capture card. I'm sorry. Something's wrong with my capture card, so I think I have to, like, update drivers on it or something weird. Otherwise, it would be flashing on the screen, and it would be very bad. So we're sticking to browser version for tonight. I haven't gotten 3K on either version anyway, so might as well try. Sometimes I start a sentence with I think, and my boyfriend cuts me off and says, that was your first mistake. Got this game because of the stream you and D2 did? Yes! I infected his brain. He has now infected his community. I've infected my community with this. I've infected my brain, the brains of my community with a lot of things. Still struggling to get 3K? I mean, I don't blame you. It's hard. Never actually watched someone play this game, so this will be interesting. It's great. So, it's called Suika game, which translates to watermelon game in Japanese. I also got to change my category, I think. And, what it is a fruit stacking puzzle game. So, kind of like Tetris-y style game with fruit. So, if I match up two, they turn into the next biggest size of fruit. There's slight physics, so if you bop the fruit, then they will do things like that. The game is free on the browser at suikagame.com if you want to play along. This is when we all baby sensory parallel play together. But if you want it to be a baby sensory video stream, just play along. The physics are slightly different between this version and then the other version that you do have to pay for is the Nintendo Switch version, but it's only like $3 on the US store, which is incredible. And they just did a Halloween update, so there's a Halloween theme that you can play with, which is really fun. But this is normally the time that chat dries up and everyone is just trying to do the best at this game. So, it's time for parallel play time, everybody. It's time for baby game time. I freaking love this game. This might be this is just the next, you know, the rest of the stream, just as a warning. I honestly think that it's a lot easier on the browser, if I'm going to be honest. So if you're new to it and you don't know if you want to spend money on your Switch anyway, playing the free version is pretty good. But the physics are very different between the two games. Graphics, sound effects, things like that are all different. This is a heads up. So, This is the super viral streamer game of the moment, though. This is a heads up. Brand's targeting all us neurodivergent folks with this watermelon game. As a neurodivergent final boss, I think that it was my duty to do this to all of you. My highest score is around 2,700. I'm not great at this game. My best score on this browser version is 2,800 something. And then my best score on the Nintendo Switch version is like 26 or 27 or something like that. So I haven't crossed the 3K threshold, but we're getting it now. We are getting 3K tonight. It's happening. I believe in it. And by it, I mean me. Why did I call myself it? Final hit 3K this weekend. Damn, gamer moves. Be lurking until I fall asleep. Thanks for my night meditation. Vixtina, thank you for being here. I'm so glad that you enjoyed stream, and I'm glad that we can help lull you to sleep. So much easier in browser. Yeah, it's way easier in browser. You meant 1,700? I mean, that's a good start. I think the first time Jordan... So Jordan lied to all of you. He's still not back from taking Otis out, so I'm allowed to spread as much slander as I want. That's just streamer law. That's legal. But he was like, oh, I've never played this game during our stream that we did on his channel on Wednesday. He had played a bunch on my Switch the night before. So the night that he kept me up too late. I feel like this is good payback. The night he kept me up too late, he was playing this game on my Switch. We were just kind of handing my Switch back and forth, playing this game. So there you go. But this game, his first time, Jenna, if this will help you feel better, he got 900. He didn't even crack the quad digits, dude. Dude calls himself a gamer? Okay, all right. Good thing that you switched over to paranormal streams because your gaming skills. Come on, Jordan. You know, I do feel better. Excellent. This guy brags about how high ranked he is in Overwatch all the time. He's felled by the simplicity of a small fruit game. Oh, Jordan. Oh, you have so much to learn about the world that you refuse to learn about. I will say this. So the strawberries suck in this game, and I thought that they sucked the most in this game. On Switch, they're way worse because they're strawberry shaped. And then the grapes are also grape shaped, so they become like the second worst one. That said, I still don't like decapons, like these that we're dropping. I don't like decapons in this version. They're not fun. A content creator lying? Impossible. That is true. Don't you all know? We're the most depressed. We're content creators. We never lie to you. We're just like you. You know? We're just people. Defeated by the fruit, right? Defeated by the gay agenda. Defeated by the fruits. Arcane, hello. I can't remember if I said hi to you or not. I'm so sorry if I didn't. There was a lot of people that came in with a raid. Oh my god, we just had a big old melon moment. Dude, who doesn't like a big melon, you know? You know what I'm saying. A nice juicy melon. Delicious. Now I'm craving melon. What the heck, dude? Man, the physics are so different on the browser version. That's what I call it when chat bullies Brian. Defeated by fruits? That's fruit on fruit violence, though. Ayo? Ayo? Oh my gosh. Brian, no worries. I've been lurking while I get ready to vibe before bed. I hope that the vibes go well and you're able to get some good sleep. Some sleep. All right. This is going not great, I have to say, but not as bad as I thought it could go. This is just the warm-up speed run. This is a fake game. Fake game run. So you'll see that lineup there flashing, those of you newer to this game. The objective is to not have the fruit cross that line, but sometimes when they expand, they push fruit above it, which causes it to have a bad chain reaction and push fruit above it and kill you. So that is the goal of the game. Very, very fun. It seems simplistic because it is, but it is hard to master. Definitely a baby game, though. I like to call this the baby sensory game. It is like the Hay Bear dancing fruit baby sensory videos, except in game form, and it makes me happy because I have the brain of a baby. So really, who's to lose here? Not me. I love honeydew. I mean, honeydew is delish. Wait, that's an unpopular opinion that honeydew is bad? Or is good? Really? I love Honeydew. I love when the game freezes. That is the worst. That's the only reason I tell people they should play the Switch version instead, is the Switch version will not freeze. But the browser version every now and then freezes, and it's especially frustrating when you get through the round and the fruit are popping to tally up your final score, and then you never get your actual true final score as a result. That's the most annoying thing this game does. That said, they are trying to increase stability. I think that part of it is just because like this game started blowing up out of nowhere, and well, it's because of Ludwig, really. But as a result, like oh, see, that's what happened on the other side of the screen. My guy got pushed up over there. 1400, that's pathetic. That's okay. That was a fake game, a warm-up round. But you, yeah, that sucks when that happens. Also, browser's a little more easy because A, you have the mouse or your finger if you're playing it on mobile, to like really line up your shots way easier than the Joy-Con joysticks. And you get bonus points at the end because it pops all the fruit that are on the board. And then you get bonus points for that. So far, the vibes have been lovely all evening. No better places to be than with Butt Shut and the Beaglies. I'm sorry that I knew what you meant when you wrote Brat Chat in there, but I knew you meant Butt Shut. Apparently I hang out with the wrong people then. Apparently, because you got a lot of Honeydew enjoyers here. Yeah, A++++ Honeydew vibes chat, for real. I don't like Honeydew? That's fine, more for us. More for us. You go eat the melons you like. I'm going to eat the Honeydew. My streamer is perfect. Anything less is just a warm-up. Yes, exactly. The actual truth is, chat, is that all these games have been fake games because I haven't hit 3K. So that means all these games are fake because only a real game I would hit 3K. And as someone who always is real gaming, that's obviously what's got to happen here, you know? So, just got to a melon and at 770 so far. Not bad. Good start. Melons, you say? Melons, I say. We do endorse sapphic vibes here. I don't like Honeydew Melon. However, that was my favorite nickname for my first cat. It's an adorable nickname, so at least you spiritually enjoyed melons, I suppose. Honeydews, I guess. I like them a lot. When I see them at like a breakfast buffet in the fruit bar, oh my god. I'm scooping those guys up. My plate is going to get that, like, you know how, like, it's kind of annoying at, like, a breakfast buffet where you're like, ooh, I want a little bit of everything. So you're, like, piling, like, eggs and sausage and whatever on your plate. But then you get to the fruit because they put the, like, fruit at the end for whatever reason. Probably because it's, like, the most important. But, like, you get there, and then the fruit has, like, that fruit condensation. It's got, like, the fruit juices. And then those, like, get kind of on your plate, and they unfortunately mingle with, like, the savory foods, like the eggs and stuff like that. I don't care when that happens when it's honeydew. Soak up my eggs, soak up my breakfast sausage with some honeydew. It's fine. It just adds flavor. I only like watermelon, but I have this condition where it makes my mouth itchy. Oh, no. I've heard of that condition. A lot of people suffer from that. I'm so sorry. Because watermelon is also goated, for sure. Love the vibes of honeydew, but my brain rejects the taste itself. Totally understand. Hey, you like the vibes? That's really, that's all we ask for, is for you to respect our way of life as honeydew enjoyers. We're trying to peacefully coexist in this world, and not be persecuted for our taste in melon, you know? That's just the way that I try to navigate life in general. 1192? Not bad. Not bad. Gotta play smarter, not harder. It's the whole point of this game. And then you trade day stocks and make a ton of money. There you go. Guys, make sure that you're investing in the right stocks. Oh my god, that was a great pineapple moment. I really hate melons except watermelon. That's fair. That's okay. Honeydew eggs? Yeah. I'll accept it. It's not my favorite thing. It's not like I seek it out, but I'll deal with it because I like honeydew that much. I can relate to that. I don't love the taste of pineapple, but I love the vibes of pineapple. Which is the funniest thing ever, though, because your username, just so perfect. I love a little bit of off-putting chaos like that. I dislike watermelon because of texture, but artificial watermelon's my shit, especially when it's sour. That's so fair, though. Like, I like the crispness of watermelon, but I'm also a bit of a texture eater. So I definitely don't judge people who feel that way about certain foods. I get it. I'm way too neurospicy to judge other neurospicies. Pineapples are too good. Yeah, I personally like pineapple a lot. Sometimes they like the acidity of them kind of burns my mouth a little bit. Honeydew stock. Yeah, invest in honeydew stocks. Find out who the biggest supplier of honeydew is in the nation and let me know if their stocks are worth investing in, chat. Oh my god. Please do not take anything I say as good financial advice, by the way. I'm literally an idiot. So please keep that in mind. I'm not playing very well right now. See, if that troll that stopped by the other night who was like, oh, you're playing like shit, it's pissing me the fuck off or whatever, like, who's like taking this game too seriously, stop by now, I would maybe allow them to say that to me now, because I'm not playing that well. This ain't the move. This doesn't feel like I'm in my zen. Too late, I went all in on melon stock. No! Sell, sell, sell! Oh my god. Pineapples eat everyone's mouth if it makes it... Yeah, that is true. The composition of it does technically deteriorate our, like, teeth and mouths and stomachs and things like that, which is wild. I already put your advice to use. No! May, why? Stop investing in honeydew stocks! Already lost my house in the melon market? No. It's because of the enzyme in pineapples that dissolves flesh. Oh my gosh. The way that is written is probably the most intimidating thing I've read tonight, if I'm going to be honest. I don't get intimidated by very much, but I'm a bit intimidated. Right there. I'm going to be found so weird for this, but growing up poor as fuck, my mom used to eat pineapple sandwiches. Pass that love on to me. That's not weird at all. As someone who has not had very much money at many, many stages of my life, including right now. I mean, obviously, I understand the privilege I have. I can travel and things like that. But, like, I recently, for those newer to the community, my chat's also probably like, oh, my God, Brian, just shut the fuck up about this. But I lost a huge sponsor that pays me monthly, and I'm kind of in scramble mode to make up for the gigantic loss of income. But I've lived very poor. I've lived with, like, literally $20 in my bank account before. I've been living on my own since I was 18 years old. So, I get it. I understand. Grilled pineapple. That said, grilled pineapple is delicious. And you can savor up pineapple. There's a reason it's served with things like ham a lot and meat. A grilled pineapple sandwich sounds like it would slap. I'd eat the shit out of that. Specifically, only like watermelons that are not very sweet, so really I don't even like watermelon that much. I love pickled watermelon rinds. No, that makes sense. Like a nice like neutral flavor watermelon. I'm down with that. The melon man took my family. The melon man's holding my family at gunpoint. What do I do? I lost my house after investing in honeydew stocks. Stop investing in honeydew stocks. No. So I just posted my address for funsies. So you listened or didn't listen to two of the things I said. You doxed yourself and you invested in melon stocks. Unbelievable, chat. The amount of instant ODD that this chat has. By the way, I used to work with group home kids. I was a psych counselor for a part of my life. ODD is operational defiant disorder, where you tell someone to do something and their immediate instinct is to reject that and either not do it or do the opposite on purpose. The amount of that in this community is unreal. I'm surprised I wasn't asked what a pineapple sandwich was. No, I can imagine it. I really can. Grilled pineapple fucks? Yes, it really does. Cooked pineapple is great, yeah. Grilled caramelized pineapple? Yeah, let's go. Wake up, babe, new monster just dropped. Dried pineapple is the best, though. Yeah, dried pineapple is really good, actually, in like a trail mix or something. Or even on its own. I dig that. I heard we were supposed to dox. Stop! No! Stop it! Even as a joke, it makes me so nervous, because I'm like, what if there's that one person who is really bad at social cues in our community? What am I saying? We are so neurodivergent here. It's not just one person. Someone's gonna go, oh, there were no tone tags, so, yeah, I guess, I will just dox myself. Also. All right. Do not dox yourself, please. Be very careful with your address and, like, what's outside of it when you're sharing your Halloween decor, in the Discord or anywhere online for that matter. /SRS. I'm a great listener. The only problem is that I am an awful doer. The only thing people find weird about it is that it's literally just canned pineapple chunks and mayo and bread. I can see it working. I can see those things balancing each other to some degree. Again, I used to eat cold Chef Boyardee out of the can because I didn't want to spend more on electricity. I used to go dumpster diving for pizzas when I was in college because I had so little money to my name. So I get it. I don't shame anyone for their dietary choices, especially if it's like, yeah, we grew up poor, so we did this. Absolutely. Is this the intro to doxing stress? Doxing 101? Oh my god, I'm going to get banned again. I can't. Chat, some of you don't know my dark, deep lore, but I've literally gone to Twitch jail. I can't go back. I can't. It's not where I want to be. I just messed up myself accidentally doing that. Oh well. Higher score than last time. We simply go up. It's like the game only up again, except better. By a long shot. Yeah, Brian Lore. I remember that. Yeah. We had a super racist person in here, and they were like, well, what are you going to do? And I was like, I'll literally dox you on stream. And so I literally doxed them on stream and contacted their mom on Facebook. And then I got a ban for it. But I was just like, yeah, that shit's not going to fly here. So, and then they came in to stream later on after I came back to streaming. And they were like, dude, this is not another troll or anything like that. This is not me, like, baiting you. But, like, I'm pretty young, and I'm just a shitty kid. And I was like, okay, cool, but, like, it doesn't matter what age you are. Just don't go around, like, spreading hate speech. And he was like, no. After you did that thing, like, me and my mom had a very long talk. And I really see the perspective and, like, how hurtful, like, the things I was doing was. So, like, I just want to let you know, like, I'm genuinely thankful you called me out and, like, changed my perspective on the shit. And then he ended up, like, sticking around for, like, weeks and weeks and weeks. And, like, donated, like, hundreds of dollars to the stream. And at first I was like, oh, he's going to troll chargeback this. So, like, I just didn't even, like, pull it out of my PayPal account. I was like, oh, this will be a chargeback in, like, a month. And then another month went by, and another month went by, and another month went by, and none of it got charged back. So I was just like, oh, cool. Awesome, cool. I guess we got through to somebody. Out of every failure out there, there's, like, maybe, like, a couple victories. So, basically, yeah, just don't fuck with me, because I'll follow through with it. It was totally worth, the, like, week ban or whatever that I got. But I've been to Twitch jail. I have a Twitch jail tattoo that was done with a sharpened spork. So I got street cred. Don't mess with me, chat. Being a shitty kid's not an excuse. I mean, yeah, it's not. I don't like when people use it. Certain people's upbringings definitely, especially when you're really, really young and you're not, like, in a walkable town and you're isolated. I can see it not as an excuse, but, like, a reason for why it's happening. Obviously, with the access to the internet now, we have so many more educational resources, but it is very easy, especially if a parent is crappy, isolating their child to be just like them in a bubble does happen. And that's just a harsh, terrible truth of a lot of that discussion. That it's not a reason that they should get away with it, absolutely. But every now and then I'm a little bit more understanding where I'm like, okay, no, I see where you're coming from. Let's remedy that now, you know. So, through chat, I also went to Twitch chat. I saw his cell. Yeah, it's now a historical landmark, and you can take tours there, paranormal detours, if you will. So, education. We like to call it edutainment here, because we like to make it entertaining. So we're the #1 edutainment chat on the entire Twitch.tv website. Twitch.television has never had edutainment quite like here at Twitch.tv/Girbeagly. I was raised to harbor a lot of bigotry, and it took a good amount of work to realize, yeah, your parents really messed up. Do better than that. Right. Break the cycle. Be a better version of a person than whatever influences were around you when you were younger. We all make mistakes. It's how we deal with being called out for those mistakes or realizing that we made those mistakes down the line that truly defines who a person is, in my opinion. So are you going to remain defensive and go, well, I didn't know any better, so I'm not going to apologize for that? Or are you going to go, I can acknowledge I was a piece of shit, and I said some really shitty things, and I really didn't know any better, but I should have known better. I should have educated myself. And I will do better in the future, and it will not happen again. That is a big difference between those two things, you know? So, never going to touch my high score again. It happens. Welcome back, Halloween. I hate when Wi-Fi issues crop up like that. It's such a pain in the butt. I grew up in a very conservative town, which sucked, honestly, as one of just a handful of POC. And also someone who was just, like, part of the reason that I'm very, like, open about, like, LGBTQ plus stuff these days is, like, I wasn't allowed to really express myself growing up. Like, my peers were not very friendly people to me for a plethora of reasons. And just as a heads up, obviously, I don't want to open the floodgates here where we're sharing really traumatic bullying stories or things like that, because we never know, you know, who has gone through what and how much that can affect their own mental health. So just as a heads up, please be considerate of each other in chat. But it was one of those things where, like, I had my own sets of beliefs that I had to break when I moved out when I was 18 and moved farther away than like anyone who I knew at the time wanted me to. But I was like, I have to do something different with my life and get the fuck out of here. But then I found out, interacting with the greater world, that I wasn't the most progressive, intelligent person out there, emotionally intelligent person out there. I had a lot of shit to fix, and I'm still fixing some of it. But it's how you look towards the future and how you want to change and who you want to be. That does matter a lot in that conversation, in my opinion. It's also one hell of an experience to go from being hateful towards a certain kind of person to realizing, wait, that's me, though. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Again, a lot of it's closeted stuff sometimes, or just stuff that you were never allowed to explore and go, oh, that's not for me. But I also don't harbor any ill will towards people like that, you know? One side of my family's bad with racism, other shitty stuff, and it's so hard because I fully feel like the black sheep. But fuck it. I'd rather be that than try and be a decent person. Yeah. You choose which battles are important to you. Some people, you know, they don't have the liberty to talk back against people around them. Like I said, you might be part of a community where that might be unsafe, or a family that might be unsafe, and that sucks. But I promise you that there will be a time when you'll feel confident enough to strike out on your own and not have to be around that, or, you know, cut off communication if you have to, or just find your own path that works for you and say, fuck it. They can think whatever they want about me. It's not their lives. That kind of thing can happen to you. And in the meantime, you got a lot of amazing online resources and communities to remind you that you are not alone. There are many of us out there, and we are standing in solidarity with you. That's just kind of the long and the short of it. So, yeah. They also have to want to change. Yes, which is the most important part. Exactly. You can't force someone. That's why a lot of times, like, someone will come into chat and they'll be, like, shitty. And I go, I don't have to change this. Like, it's not my responsibility to educate this person. I'm literally just going to block them right now. Because, like, it's not my job to fix them, especially if they came in with this level of ignorance, which I know is, like, pretty calculated. They probably don't want to change. I'm probably not going to get through to them. Could I? Maybe. But that's really not my full responsibility. That is something where it's like, nah, you don't get to invade my space and compromise my comfort and the comfort of the people in my community and make anyone here feel unsafe or unwanted. That is not, they do not get to do that. And that's me protecting my own space and setting my own boundaries. Is Sig happier home? He has been a gigantic cuddle muffin to me, which does not make sense to me because, A, he's a mama's boy, and B, Morgan is sick. She's got a little bit of a cold, which is a bummer. I fortunately managed to avoid it. But as a result, he should be taking care of her, and he's not. Sad. Very, very sad. Racism was something I had an easier time on learning because kids of color were always the nicest to me in school. It was like, wait, these stereotypes can't be real. I'm glad that you were able to challenge your worldview. I hope that it's one of those things that as you continue to mature as a human being, you've been able to be like, oh, it's not even just the moments where people are directly nice to me. It's just observations of human beings are humans. which I'm sure you've gone through as well, which is wonderful when people do that kind of thing, for sure. I had to explain to someone recently that they are not owed knowledge from someone of another race or a place in their culture, and it's kind of wild to me sometimes that it actually needs to be said. Yeah, I think it's one of those things where, again, it shows that unwillingness for people to learn. They want, not only do they want to victimize marginalized people, but then they expect those same people that they victimized to hand them and spoon feed them everything. The starter kit of how to be less of a piece of crap. Instead of being like, oh wait, that's really fucking unfair as well. Like, I victimize this person and then I also expect them to do the work? No, that's not how that works. You gotta be showing that you're willing to change. Thank you so much right now for getting me hooked on this game. Welcome to the hell all of us are collectively living literally all the time. Welcome to Fruit Game Hell. You won't be able to escape. I'm just gonna warn you of that much. Oh, it's a hell of a game. It's so simplistic, but it is because of that, it's the perfect. Ooh, I was so close to my high score. I need to do one more. Just one more won't hurt. Or, oh, I didn't do as well as I wanted to that last round. So I can't end on a bad note. Just one more round. You know, you won't be thanking him in weeks' time. Yeah, no one will thank me this game will suck up a large amount of your life. And this comes from experience, because here's what happens, is I will lay down and I will go, bedtime. Sleeping sounds excellent to me right now. But then the Nintendo Switch comes out, or the cell phone comes out. Like, my phone comes out, and I start playing the browser version on my phone. And I go, oh, that game only took 10 minutes. I can do one more round. One more round wouldn't be so bad. And then all of a sudden I look at the clock and I go, oh my god, I wanted to go to sleep like an hour and a half ago. You know? Almost beat my highest score, but fell flat at 1949. But with that, I'm going to go lay down. Spooky Kitty, thank you so much for hanging out. Take care of yourself. Thank you so much for vibing. Appreciate ya. Good luck cracking the high score. Oh my god. I hope next time I'm live on Tuesday, we have a lot of people being like, Brian, I beat my high score. Yo, I just had a melon moment as well. Let's go, big melons. That's not the phrase I meant to say. That's literally not how I meant it or what I meant to say. Oh my god. I have to remember I'm on the internet. When I'm streaming, I'm on the internet, and everything I say will be used against me or misinterpreted in the most egregious ways possible. Oh my god. Let's go, Big Melon. Listen. Oh god. The amount of like slips in the time. I was asking Morgan this after last night's stream. Thank you for adding that as a quote. Thank you very much, Austin. I get really self-conscious, as you all know. I talk about this all the time. I'm like, it doesn't matter that I have 10 years of experience doing this. I still feel like I suck at it and that I'm not doing a good job. And that I'm letting everybody down and everyone's secretly annoyed with me. But they'll stick around out of pity or whatever. Like, that's just like my brain imposter syndrome moding. And it's, again, I'm working on it in therapy. I'm getting a bit better about it, so no one has to worry too much. But I was asking her after stream, big fan of Big Melons. I was like, hey, was I extremely unhinged tonight after last night's stream? Because I was really tired. I was like incredibly jet lagged to the point I didn't really know what I was saying. Kind of don't remember last night's stream. Not even a joke. I remember very little, except that I tried to give a rundown of what happened on the LA trip and just kept circling back over and over again over the same points. And it took me like 3 hours to describe the trip that I described in like half an hour tonight. But she was like, no, you didn't sound that unhinged. And I was like, are you sure? Because like my thing recently has been, yeah, I'm alive for X amount of time. I'm probably naturally not going to say anything like fucked up and offensive. So I'm just going to let the tape roll. I'm going to just say whatever I feel is natural on a stream, whether that's me talking about my feelings way too much, or if it's me, you know, saying a fucking weird joke, something that makes me laugh at the very least. That's just who I'm going to be in streams moving forward. Just as a heads up to people, you probably noticed that's the way I've been lately. Yeah, that's just, I don't know. Things like saying big melons, like let's go big melons, it's probably going to be the brand for a while. Just, again, as a heads up to anyone who's stuck around with me for a while or even is newer here or knows me from a certain type of content. Just warning you, I'm in full, I'm cringe, but I'm free mode these days. I'm doing shit for myself, and I'm very excited to create and do as much as I can with the time that's given to me on this earth. So, there you have it. There it is. Basest thing you've ever said. Oh my god. Is it? Have I not said more based things than that? I feel like I'm back in the League of Legends community when people say base. I say based at people sometimes. Because I was a part of the League of Legends community for years, unfortunately. My god. Never serious, by the way. Always playing casual and fucking up people's, like, ARAM. Sounds like something, sounds like something I'd say? Alright, fair. Hey now, I still play League? I'm so sorry. I hope you get well soon. For reference, I was talking about the Big Melons quote. Fair. Okay. No. That's fair. Yeah, because, like, how could you argue against, like, loving big melons, right? I mean, like, the fruit, I like more quantity of fruit. If we're talking about euphemisms, you know, I'm not too judgy. I myself don't have very big melons, so, you know, why would I ever judge a boob-having person for that, you know? That's not my place to do that. That's their place to do to themselves if they want. I can't stop that. Have you, hey, you never know what could happen. I may not play League, but I play Yu-Gi-Oh, so I can relate. Okay, fair. God, it was so funny. Those of you who haven't been around for a while, I got to do a big sponsored thing with Yu-Gi-Oh, where they flew me out to LA last month, and I got to visit the Yu-Gi-Oh headquarters, or the Konami headquarters in California, and see the office and see all the cool Yu-Gi-Oh stuff in there, and do this big activation for them adding the Sevens World stuff to Duel Links, which is dope as fuck. I love Sevens. I have a soft spot for the Sevens anime. I know that some people think it's cringe and childish, but I love it. And I also, you know, really like Duel Links a lot. So them adding all the Sevens stuff was very fun. Getting early access to it, being able to, like, I literally have the phone number of the vice president of Yu-Gi-Oh! America in my phone now, because she was like, Brian, this is the, like, third time we worked together. I have to give you my personal phone number. And I was like, okay. Which is kind of dope. Twilight, thank you so much for using your Prime here. What the heck? 16 freaking months? Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that a lot. I know you only get one of those a month. Thank you for using it here. That's really kind of you. No, like, Sevens and Rush Duel is really fun. Thank you! Yes, I love Rush Duel. I did their first Rush Duel activation with a Nintendo Switch game last year or 2 years ago, which they paid me a ridiculous amount of money for, and I was like, you guys are kind of doing me a favor because I love Rush Duel so much. And I just like that format. It's, like, a lot more chill to me. I don't feel like I have to waste 90 hours putting together the most optimized Rush Duel deck, because pretty much anything can happen in a Rush Duel. Which is the whole selling point of it. But yeah, I got to go out and do that, which was sick. So just know, I might not play Yu-Gi-Oh! As much as I used to. I'm more of like a card collector now. And that was kind of my angle during the activation, was they invited me because I was there to attract new casual fans to the game. And basically be like, yeah, I don't play hardcore. It's hard for me to keep up with modern meta in the main game, like Master Duel and stuff like that. But I will sit down and play Duel Links, and I'll especially play Rush Duel, because it doesn't take up much time, it's cute as hell, and it's very fun, you know? Maj, thank you for using your Prime here. Thank you very, very much for supporting the stream. Thank you so much. getting us even closer to Girl Week as well. Again, if you don't know what the Girl Week goal is, you can use the girl command in chat to find out a little bit more about what that means and what I plan on doing if we hit that goal in the next few days before we drop 300 subs because September subs going away. Please don't feel pressured, though. If we don't hit it this month, we'll eventually hit it. We'll figure it out. But thank you, Maj. I hope that you're doing well. I think Rush Duel is a great entry point. Yes, and the card pool is not gigundous yet. Exactly. I need to get into more anime. I've always been friends with anime nerds. What does it say about me? My favorite is Food Wars. Maddie, that's one of my guilty pleasure shows. Say what you want about that show, but A, it makes me very hungry. B, I love the fact that the original mangaka who made that was a chef, so he like has cooking knowledge, and the recipes in that kind of work in reality, which is hilarious and great. The show is very funny. Outside of the fan service, it's actually hilarious. And I care about some of those characters. I want them to do well. I root for them. I love that show. Not even a joke. For real. Keep dying at 3,100. Wow, brag about it. Why don't you, Alex? Damn. I wish I could get up there. 2,700 on my second playthrough. Nice job, Bear. That's really good. Dang. Mostly play fun off-meta decks. I recently taught a couple Arrow friends how to play. Yeah, when so I got recruited to play in an influencer tournament a couple years ago for Duel Links. Except part of the caveat of that, and I was explaining this to some of the other Yu-Gi-Oh people at the event I went to last month, because they were like, "Hey Brian, like I think we played in that tournament and you like got destroyed." And I was like, "Yeah." So about that, one of the caveats of my contract at the time was, because pendulum summoning was very big, you know, they were doing like a lot of the pendulum summoning stuff in Duel Links. They were like, you have to make a pendulum deck. And it wasn't like they provided me with any cards. So I was like, cool, I haven't really been pulling for pendulum cards. So all I had were Performa Pals and Odd Eyes Dragon. So I had to build an entire pendulum junk deck based off of that. And I got my ass whooped so hard because Performa Pals are not part of any meta at all anymore. So those of you who watched that tournament and were like, why does Brian suck so bad? A, I'm a very casual player, and B, I had to do contractually Performa Pals. I got my ass kicked inside out. It was wild. But that said, I really like the way that they're doing Rush Duels with Duel Links. I like that it's a separate card pool and stuff. By the way, if you want to help me, if you have not... Duel Links is free on Steam and on mobile. But if you want to download the Steam version for free to your Steam library, what would help me out a lot, because they continue to monitor these stats to see if I'm valid for like any more activations upcoming. But there's a link. I did a YouTube video. It's only 5 minutes long. So if you go and you watch that YouTube video and you download from the link in the description, Duel Links onto your computer, or even just click it, they'll see that someone clicked it and was interested in it. It does pad my stats a little bit. It does allow me to get more opportunities working with Konami. It's wild that, like, growing up as a huge Konami, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon nerd, and now I work with, and Square Enix, and I work with all those companies now. It's really cool. We use the Egyptian God starter decks. That's so fun. God. Oh my God. I got to see Exodia in person, like an original printing of it at the Konami corporate office. It was wild. The food just looks so good. I kind of like that it's over the top. Yes! The whole thing that I think people go in and lose out on already with Food Wars, Maddie, is the show's not meant to be serious. It's meant to be ridiculous and silly. There's some serious undertones in some of the themes, but overall, it's just meant to be a wacky, goofy time. And so many people go in with a hypercritical eye, and that's where they make their first mistake. But if you just watch it because it's like silly and stupid, you'll fall in love with the characters. I think personally, I don't know who your favorite character is, but Alice is mine. I would love to cosplay her at some point. She's just so funny. I made a Magician Pendulum deck that can pull out extra big deck monsters. Nice! Is it new users only? I don't think so, actually. I'm going to be honest. I think it just downloads. I think it's just based on link downloads. But yeah, that is, it's only a 5-minute video also, so if you want to add some views and watch time on it, it is up on my YouTube channel. Same username there, because I'm a dinosaur on that platform. But that was a cool opportunity. I managed to sneak in, like, the Wojak, like, like soy jack face, and it was approved by corporate Konami Japan, which is amazing that I got that. I was like, they're going to reject this. They're going to have me trim this out of the video. They're not going to let me put this as a thumbnail. They approved it. Konami Corporate in Japan, who are some of the biggest sticklers for like brand recognition being like serious, allowed me to put that in my video. There is one picture that I am not allowed to publish anywhere that I showed chat. Because again, I got that. So one of the cool things about that trip was they just gave us like like temporary visitor staff badges, and we were allowed to. We had hours at the office. I was at their office for like 6 hours, right? And they just were like, "You have the whole office to make content in if you want." They're like, "We prefer if you center it around the activation for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, but you can like walk around. You can go look at the like old card sets." There was a room that was the whole history of the whole company, every game they'd ever published on every platform. So you had the Dance Dance Revolution games, you had Yu-Gi-Oh!, you had Metal Gear Solid, you had the Silent Hill stuff. I got to see some really cool Silent Hill limited edition stuff. They had all these giant statues of like people from Metal Gear. They had a gigantic Blue Eyes White Dragon right in the lobby, which was awesome. Actually, I think it was Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon looking back. But it was really cool because I got to take pictures of a lot of the like statues and stuff. But because they are so brand safe about a lot of the stuff they do, there's one picture that I am not allowed to publish anywhere in any official capacity, but I can sneak a quick peek of it to those of you here at the stream today. So I'm just going to hold it up on my phone. But I got to meet the big man himself. I got to meet Solid Snake, and he was so, he was so gracious, right? Such a nice guy. But Solid Snake was there. It was a cool statue of him holding his gun. Right? There he is. Iconic silenced pistol. He was just chilling. And then I took this picture and immediately was told I cannot post this anywhere. It's their fault for leaving me unsupervised for like 6 hours in their office. That's their fault. That's on them. But that was one of the coolest things. I got to see so many cool things in that office. It was dope as hell. Like I said, I snuck a Wojak past them. Incredible that I got to do the funny streamer meme pose. That's such gremlin activity. I was such a menace the whole time. I was taking like selfies. They had this big cutout of Joey Wheeler, who's my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh character. I was taking like selfies like he's a real person. I have another clip that I wasn't able to put in the official video, where I walked into, they had this room and it had all these official like tournament cardboard cutouts. One of them was Joey Wheeler, and I walked in just like, first person view vlogging, being like, oh man, and they got this like cool sound booth back here that they filled with all these like official old school Konami sanctioned Yu-Gi-Oh tournament cutouts of like the iconic character. Oh my god, it's Joey Wheeler. Hey, what's up, Joey Wheeler? Yo, I'm from New York too. Hey, I want to be friends with Yugs as well. And I did that, and they were like, you can't put that in the video. Sorry. So I was just, I was in pure gremlin mode. I was like, they already paid for the trip. What are they going to do? Take the trip back? So. Friggin' Joey Wheeler, baby. I love me some Joey Wheeler. What a best friend. I feel like a lot of the times, when I talk about like the bigger, more famous friends I have in the content creation space, I feel like the Joey Wheeler, No one ever bets on Joey, but they know he's a good friend, He might not have the strongest deck. He might not be the most popular character. He might not be the main character of the show, but he's going to be a good friend, and he's going to stand behind his friends and always support them. and enough people like him that he's fun to be around, you know? Maybe he's a little bit hot-headed and a little bit silly. I like being the Joey Wheeler of my friend dynamic. I'm cool with that. I don't need to take center stage all the time. That said, I'm in my era again where I'm going to just be advocating for myself a lot more. So I'm excited to be me and make things for me and do the most for myself whenever I can. But Joey starts doing that in the series too. That's his glow up, you know? Got second place in Duelist Kingdom. Never heard of you. Yeah, right. Yep. That's my life. I will go to like industry events and people will not know who the hell I am. And I'll be like, oh, that's fine. Whatever. It happens. Here's my credentials. Oh, cool. Never heard of you. All right. That's fine. Whatever. But I'm going to make them hear of me. That's the way that it's going to be. Wheeler really was the character that had actual growth. And yeah, he grows so much, Payno. Exactly. You know what I'm talking about. Yu-Gi-Oh fans know what I'm talking about. Joey's a real one. And he's like Yu-Gi-Oh's like best buddy. Like from day one. So I'm all about the Joey Wheeler. He's always been my fave. I mean, ultimately though, I'd rather just be Dark Magician Girl. But that's a different thing. Joey Wheeler, baby! Joey Wheeler! I'm from Queens! No idea. It's so funny the dub gave him that accent. They went from actual bully and thug to an empathetic beat. Right, yeah. If you've ever watched the original Yu-Gi-Oh series before it was just the card game, it was a much darker show that it was only released in Japan, but there's some sites out there on the internet you can watch it on, Joey started as a school bully to Yugi. And then over time became his friend and backed him up. Watermelon moment. Let's freaking go, dude. Oh my god. Shiny, what's up? Good to see you here. Welcome to the stream. So frustrated with this game. Impose the rose. You got the bug. You got the watermelon bug. We're all in the same struggle boat with you, though. We're doing our best. Let's go, Big Melon. Stop. I love that, like, this is a community of the internet never forgets. The internet never forgets. There's no running for me. It's just a matter of you all getting sick enough of me to leave the community, and then the memes finally die. That's how it's always been here. Been rewatching the original show? Yeah, it's heavy, actually. It's kind of heavy. I started doing that last year, and then I was, like, in a really bad depressive rut. And I was like, I can't watch this right now, actually. It makes me sad. I've been I just read that. Let's go, Big Melon. I just finished my first game and got 1656. Nice! You love this game? We're doing it, chat. Here's something that I threatened chat with last week before I left for LA. If no one in this community hits at least 3K, which I guess now that we have Alex here, Cutie, you did this. I said, if no one hits 3K, Girl Week is canceled, even if you hit the sub goal. But now, Cutie, you saved us. Alex, you saved us. 3K. Girl Week is a go if we hit the sub goal in the next 2 days or so. Hope you and Morgan had an amazing time. We had an incredible time. Thank you so much. It was so good seeing friends. So cool being there for one of my best friends' events, like big special events. Got to catch up with so many people. We just made some plans with Mark and Amy to see them again in November when we go back. So it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Go chill with them again. It's the rando from D-Tune stream. Yeah, that's me. Wild Mystic, hello, hi. Welcome to the stream. It's me. I was just there to expose him for all of his wrongdoings, because the world needs to know.
You once were a vegan,
whoa!
but now you will be.
What the hell?
Vegan.
Thank you very, very. What the heck? Thank you so much. What the hell, Jenna? I almost said the thing I'm not allowed to say. That is not something ever expected here in this community. But thank you so much for the 10 gifted to the community. Princess Moose, Shiny, Mermaid, Brooklyn Marie, Bo Sleeps, Vantaray, Arcane, Mordaunt Cassie, Dirty Poro and Voyager Girl, if any of you are here, you better be saying thank you to one of our amazing regulars and mods, Jenna, there in the chat. Please, please, please say thank you. Enjoy your emotes. Enjoy the sub badge. Can we get some pride and some hype in the chat spammed? Please, would love see that. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you. Thank you. So glad you told the truth. Listen, Jordan has needed to be exposed for a while. Here's my actual hope. The boy is addicted to work, okay? Literally has like a bunch of worms crawling around inside of his brain. I've seen it in person a number of times. It's funny, I was literally just looking at the pictures of the first time I went to go visit him in Ohio for the Bel Air House stream. First time we met in person, first time we ever hung out. I got to see the state of his environment. I got to see his workflow. I got to hear him talk about his worries and his work that he did. He's got a million sea serpents crawling around in there, not letting him rest, even though, because he's always gonna, in his head, he goes, wait, but there's got to be more. And it's not that he's ungrateful, but it's one of those things where he's like, oh, it's never gonna be enough. He's gonna go, well, we got to get to this, and then he's gonna hit that, and then he's gonna go, well, now we have to hit this though. And he doesn't know how to control that demon. It's a really hard voice. It's one I had to fix, you know, by going to therapy and talking to myself with, like, really honest conversations. And I'm not saying he needs those things, but I am saying this. He needs a vacation. That's what he needs. He needs to slow down. Yeah, he needs to slow down. He never slows down in not just a work ethic, but in how he talks, how he gets excited about things, how he drives, how he eats, how he does everything. You might as well put food underneath a vacuum cleaner, and that would be how fast the food disappears when Jordan eats. He doesn't think about it. It's Kirby mouthful mode is what happens, because he goes everything fast, everything done, everything efficient. I am Robo Jordan. I do not deserve nice things. He does. He deserves nice things. He does. And this was a hard lesson for me to learn as well. That, listen, you can work hard all you want. No one is saying you can't work hard. But you deserve nice things. You deserve to treat yourself to a nice vacay or something. So get him a vacation. You know? Yeah, he needs to heck and sleep. That too. He needs to stop playing fruit game till 5 in the morning. But he needs a friggin' vacation. That is true. I forgot why this rant started. But Jordan, if you're listening, I care about you. And you need to care about yourself more, because you deserve it. But I was looking at pictures of us from back in Bel Air. And it's wild, the difference. Deserves a ton of love, same as you. Well, thank you. Heed Brian's word. You heard this. You heard this, butts. Sorry, must be something wrong with your keyboard, Arcane. Keep writing brats instead of butts. Where it's like, it's butt chut. I know what he calls. We've been friends for years. I know what he calls his community. Just got back from a Halloween party, so I'm going to lurk and cuddle with Baby Faye. All good, Fallen. I hope you had a great time at the party. Thanks for dropping by to say hello. Detonated, enjoy your lurk. I have so much studying to do and planned for the morning. My test is at 12:15. You can do it. I believe in you. Good luck with the studying. Thank you so much for being here. My bad. I'll try to contain myself, Brian. Yes, please. I'm so sorry you're working with a broken keyboard. I get it. It's rough. But, no, yeah. It's one of those things, chat. It's one of those stankin' things where I'm always like, buddy, my guy, Jorban, you're juggling 2 billion things right now. How about you don't have to stop being productive or working your ass off, but instead of juggling 2 billion things, how about consider juggling 1.5 billion things? And that's the move. That's the true move. There's a picture I wanted to show chat today. Oh yeah, this is a good one. This is a funny one. You guys got to see. Let's see. Where is it? This is an iconic one. I think we were standing in a Jimmy John's parking lot. But we were both former band kids. Well, I guess Jordan's still actively in bands, but I also used to play in bands. Alex, take care. Thank you so much for vibing. Totally understandable. Go get that rest. You deserve it. For sure. I know it isn't good news time, but we got 2 kittens. What do you mean? All times are good news times. You can share good news whenever. That's adorable. Enjoy your kittens. Alex, get some great rest. Jordan still be band kid. Yep. He still has the band brain rot. I can't do that anymore. We were exchanging stories about like being in a van driving from venue to venue for like weeks at a time and how awful that was for any mental health at all. This is an iconic picture of Jorban and I. Check it out. Butt Chut, have you ever seen this? That's from the first time we met. That's a good one. And then... This was the one I wanted to show off. This is us outside the Bel Air house, sitting on the stoop. And me giving the big thumbs up because I was like, ghost, whatever. So that's a good one. Isn't that wild? Camp Unisana shirt? It's amazing. Yeah, it's so funny. So Mark and Ethan, when they were doing Unisanas, because I'm pals with them, I guess, sent Morgan and me every piece of merch they ever made in a gigantic shipment every time they drop new merch. So we have literally all of their merch and like multiples of some of it, which was really great because I didn't want to spend hundreds of dollars buying all of it. I want to support my friends, but I can do that by being a walking billboard, you know? That's the naughty finger. It was the beginnings of such an amazing ghosty journey. It was. I would love to revisit Bel Air at some point. In my personal opinion, I think that based on how the show has changed and how much different like the tech setup is now, and how much more sort of like knowing what to expect from those types of things, like it'd be cool to go back, because like I think it would be a totally different experience with way different content, because we were very unsure. That was the very first one. That was the flagship launch of the entire series, and so neither of us knew what we were doing. Morgan didn't know what she was doing in it. We were just like kind of like, oh my god, what do we expect? How far should we push it? You know, things were just sort of fired from the hip and not really planned out. So I think that location could be, you know, better. You have the flag. The flag is not something they sent, but any clothing items. I have multiple hoodies and long sleeves and t-shirts and literally everything of Unasanas. So, yeah. Good news, I got a new laptop with a beefier GPU so I can play Palea. Let's go, Maddie. That's awesome. I haven't played in a little bit, but I got to do the obstacle course. Everyone said it's really hard, actually. So I definitely got to try that. And then, yeah, maybe I'll do some Palea this week. That would be kind of fun as like a cozy game, since I've been cycling through a million games lately and just getting the vibe of doing something different every stream again, which has been so fun to do, honestly. Thanks for letting me do that, everybody. But if you want to join our Palea community, next time I'm on, just remind me. I'll send you the invite. So, be amazing to see y'all go back to Bel Air someday. That would be cool. Edwin would love to see you guys. I would love to chill with Edwin again. He was truly the homie. Bad news, the old one has my Unisana sticker and I couldn't peel and restick it on the new one. No, that's the worst thing about stickers. That's why I don't use a majority of stickers that I get. Is I'm too anxious where I go, like, I might like it on this thing for now, but what if I want to transfer it and then it doesn't transfer well? And then so I just don't use the sticker at all, so it gets zero use, which is even worse, honestly. A whole Unisana's wardrobe, that's so sick. Yeah, it's fine and whatever, you know. At some point I'm like, I want to wear other clothes besides this dead channel. These guys don't even get subscribers anymore. But yeah, a lot of it was... actually, it's so funny because during Unisanas is when... you know, obviously, so much was going on in the world. But I was trying to push out my first, like, big merch drop because I didn't want to work with Spreadshirt anymore. Because they weren't... At the time, Spreadshirt wasn't very good quality. it just wasn't working for me. My rep there wasn't like someone I really felt confident working with, etc. And so what ended up happening was Unis Honest was working with Second City, and Ethan was doing his Soft Boy merch with Second City. And so I ended up being like, yo, Ethan, would you recommend Second City? And he was like, oh, yeah, absolutely. He's like, let me put in a good word for you, and I'll hook you up with the people who run it. And so now that's where all my merch drops go through now, which is dope because their quality is really good, which I like. I put my Unis Honest sticker on the back of my Switch, and I'm so mad at myself for it because I wore it out and I had to peel it off. Oh, it's so hard when that happens. Use sticky tack to put stickers on things so I can move them later. Or magnet paper. That is brilliant, actually, Arcane. As long as you're not, obviously, like, I think I'll have to be careful of, like, not frying an electronic with a magnet. But that's a really good idea. I've heard that they have sticker collecting books made specifically for plastic pages that are easy to peel off. Wait, oh my god, that would be kind of sick. Because I like collecting merch. And I understand the whole point of a sticker is you use it. But, like, yeah, that's kind of my thing in my brain going on. Is, like, I don't want to ruin this, like, one-of-a-kind, limited edition cool thing. So I kind of just want to keep it. But, like, then what's the point of me having bought it, really? What, am I going to pull it out and stare at it every now and then? Sometimes, but very rarely I remember to do that. I'd rather have it on something prominent that I like. So that might be a cool thing to have. Open up the binder of stickers and look at it like a stamp collection. Played this game a couple times now. In my second game tonight, I got 2,588. Nice! That is so close. So close to 3K, Juniper. Unis Honest happened during a time that was needed? Yeah, for sure. They're still sending out Unis Honest merch. I wouldn't be that surprised. They literally got, like, thousands of orders. And then there was a lot of printing things that they ran into that held them up. But I really wouldn't be that surprised. I don't know, though. That seems like it would be a really long time. I guess, let's see. It ended in November 2021, right? So, maybe. I don't know. There was a lot of supply chain issues. There was, like, that's the reason I wasn't able to do certain things with my merch through them. So, I can see it. That said, I hope everyone who ordered it eventually gets it. Because that's a long fucking wait. Especially for something you're like, wow. Like, cool memory, but, like, I'm not repping something active. They ended on November 13th, 2021, and I remember that because that was my birthday video. Everyone has a video that happened on their birthday. And, mine was... Oh, no, the game froze! Boo! Tomato, tomato, tomato. That's okay, because I just realized what time it was, and I gotta start wrapping up here in a moment. But the live stream that they said goodbye and they pulled the plug on the channel and deleted everything was my birthday, because they ended it, they deleted the channel. It was really weird. I was live tweeting along with it at the time, I remember, and then Ethan FaceTimed me, and it was just, like, really emotional. But that was my birthday video. It was the death of Unis Honest. I'm a collector in games where I never use limited items, so you can imagine the cool stickers I've held onto to never see the light of day. I'm the same exact way. I will, in a game, they'll be like, here's this very powerful healing item. And I'll be fighting a boss and getting my ass kicked, and I'll be like, I do have that really powerful healing item. I shouldn't use it, though, because what if there's an even more powerful boss after this one? And it'll be the final credits of the game, and I won't have used the item that would have made my life a lot easier. That's me in every video game, especially like JRPGs and adventure games. But what if this thing, I need it even more later? You know? Using consumables ever couldn't be me. Exactly. I really struggle with change, especially for things I use every day, like my laptop and phone, so putting fun stickers and googly eyes on helps it feel like it's really mine and makes the change less abrupt. That's a good way to help mitigate that, I think. Not complaining, but ooh, what a wait. Yeah, that is a long wait. Big salutes to Second City. I would have had a stroke if it had been me, and I was like, sure, we can print some shirts. Then a billion people ordered, right? I mean, they were happy with it because they got a lot of money. And the good thing about Second City is they were used to working with the music scene. So people like Carly Rae Jepsen work with them. Dashboard Confessional. A lot of humongous music acts work with them. So they're kind of used to big merch prints. But they did say that Unisonis was a record-setting drop for them. They've never, ever, ever had that many orders come in at the same time. Never worked with a big act. But because of Unisonis working with them and Ethan working with them, that's when they were more willing to work with YouTubers. It's what opened their doors to being like, oh, content creation is kind of like the band world. So let's start working with them. And I was one of their early merch clients from the content creator space, which was great. I've yet to use a Mega Elixir in Final Fantasy without resetting the save. I feel that. Oh my god. In the game ActRaiser, they feed you magic items, but if you dare use them, there's no hope in beating the final boss level. Yep. One of the hardest, most frustrating games of all time. I loved ActRaiser. Loved it. Absolutely adored ActRaiser. 2 was okay. But holy crap. Such a frustrating thing to find out, especially before we had like YouTube walkthroughs and stuff. Or like as many easy to find guides. Those old Super Nintendo games, god damn them. Where you just be like, cool, I just wasted 40 hours of my life. And I found out that I soft-locked myself out of the game. You know? YouTube scene killing it? Yeah, YouTube scene's, you know, it's opened up a lot. I've always thought about it, like, I hope someday I can do plushies of maybe like Beagles or maybe of Sig even. I think that would be kind of cute. Or do like vinyl figures, like sort of like a pop style, like YouTube style figure of me. But I gotta get my YouTube clout back up. I have to truly get my YouTube clout back up because I took a long break from YouTube and now I don't get as many views over there. And I obviously don't upload as much as I used to, but I'm trying to get back to a regular upload schedule. Once travel is done this year, I will be really, especially pushing YouTube stuff. So I hope you guys like it, and I hope that you support it a lot. The remake was annoying. I didn't actually play the remake yet. That's sad to hear it was annoying and that they changed it too much. A steak plushie, I will cry. I think that would be fun. We could make him a big chubby boy. Big cuddly guy. Beagle with a bagel on its head. That would also be adorable. I think that was actually... It's funny you say that, Maddie, because I was talking in 2000 about making Beagle plushies. And someone, it might have even been you, recommended that we do a Beagle with a bagel on its head. So, who knows? Or like holding one in its mouth. That'd also be cute. Like a little like ring that's a bagel. It'd be sort of adorable. Anyway, chat. It is 1:30 in the morning, and I promised Morgan I would not stream till 2 again. So I gotta call it quits here. When did that happen? Oh my god, 55 of 25? We're somehow, even though we lost like 50 subs while I was traveling, we're now even closer than we were before I left for LA to Girl Week. That is wild. Thank you, everybody. It's so kind. Thank you so much for the support. It's really cool. So close. Less than 70 subs. That is really cool. Would love a plush of Siggy Boy. I would love to do one. It's one of those things, like, it hurt a lot when we lost Plinko. And there was a moment I was like, I think it would hurt too much if I had a Plinko plushie to, like, look at that. Because, like, just the pain was so strong in my heart at the time. But I almost feel like if we, like, maybe made Plinko plushies for people who are around back when he was still around, and Sig plushies, it would be, like, a cool thing to, like, memorialize Plinko and also just have a piece of Sig forever as well. Like, have a little piece of them around. I think that would be kind of cool. And support more once my volunteer role goes. Please don't ever feel pressured to give here. I will probably use any money given to me for stupid things like, I don't know, buying Taco Bell, just as a warning. So, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. I use a lot of it to buy cosplays and like femme clothes and makeup and stuff. So just as a heads up, it does go back to the channel in some way, shape, or form. I use it to buy games for the channel. I literally just bought Katamari Damacy, so we can do a future stream of that. So any donations, subs, whatever, support on Ko-fi, all that does go back into the channel. But please don't feel pressured. Please do not feel pressured to give here. You hanging out is plenty. Thank you so much for the good vibes before bed. I hope you get some wonderful rest, and thank you again for the gift. Yes, thank you so much for being here, Arcane, and I'm so glad that you got one of those gifted subs. Yeah, Plink Plonk baby, little guy. Really like that idea. I'm thinking about it because at first I was like, I might get like a tattoo. And then I was like, I don't know if I want a tattoo. I don't really 100% know what I would want to get as a tattoo for Plinko or Sig. But something like a plushie that's like a sort of a material projection of them would be really cute. And maybe some nights I'll spend cuddling them and crying and going, I miss you. But also, it's a really cute kind of thing. So sweet, I would cherish such a plushie. Aw. Don't I have the medical bill? I do. I have a humongous medical bill. That it's not a medical bill. I'm sorry, it's not a medical bill. I misspoke. I just read. It's a huge bill though. It is a giant legal/government bill that I am not at fault for, but because of the way the government works, I'm responsible to pay it. So it was something that was very unexpected. And it will probably take me about the next 9 months to 11 months to pay off, which isn't fun. And yeah, that has been going on behind the scenes. And I was like, oh, it's fine. I'll work through it. And then I lost one of my monthly sponsors that pays a very big chunk of my bills and rent. So I've been behind the scenes again. If I seem a little bit distracted and stressed and not able to commit to streams as much or content as much, just know it's because I am frantically emailing potential sponsors and trying to get the content I do to have as many eyes on it as I can, so I can be like, hey, please work with me because I need something to replace the thing that I lost that sort of threw a wrench in everything. And like I've always said, if things don't work out, I'll go do some DoorDash for a while. I'll go get a part-time job or something and fill in the gaps where I can until things stabilize again. But it is, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. It's kind of stressful. So just heads up on why I've been the way I've been lately. But also, do not feel pressure. That is not your burden to bear. So please remind yourselves of that as well. Katamari Damacy was a core childhood memory for me. I love that game. Right? And I love that it's on Steam now. I got it for a really good deal. I got it for $2 through the Humble Bundle. So definitely check that out if you want it. But I think that streaming that would fit the vibes of this community a lot. Definitely buy both plushies. Oh, I'd also buy both plushies. Siggy's so cute. Yeah, he's such a funny boy. So randomly we'll start missing Plinko. Me too. I think about him all the time. We have a really beautiful fan painted a portrait of him and sent it to our P.O. box right after. And we have him in our bedroom across from our bed, so when we go to bed, we can look at him if we want to. Stinky government? Yeah, the government's poop. So I already hear that. It's all good. I've been through harder things in my life. The way that I always remind it is I have a roof over my head for right now. I can pay rent and bills for now. I have, food on my table. I have a loving partner who supports me. I have, a big, stinky, fun cat. I get to do something I love for my job. And I'm supported by some of the greatest people on the internet. I have some great friends in my life as well. So I've been at the bottom of the barrel before. This is not it. When I lived in Florida, I told you guys I had $20 in my bank account. I wouldn't turn the lights on so I could save on the electricity bill. I would, I was so depressed that I couldn't think straight ever. So this is comparatively, I remember viscerally what all that felt like and being like, this is it. This is the end all the time. This is a much better experience. As much as it sucks, it's stressful, but it's not life-ending as of now. So we simply go forward as much as we can. Never met Plinko, but I would love to get that set of kitten plushies. Yeah, Plinko was the sweetest boy. He's very moody, but he was the sweetest kitty. He's just so cute. He's a funny little guy. Here, I have a picture of him. One of my favorite pictures of him I ever took of him in a box. The little orange boy, he had orange cat energy where 1 second he'd be licking you all over your face and nuzzling you and purring, and then the next he just bite you for no reason and then run away at 90 miles an hour. Such a cutie. Love your mindset. Hey, I've been through everything. I've been through a lot in my life. Wearing ski jackets indoors to avoid turning on the heat, that resonates. Well, fortunately, I lived in Florida at the time, so I didn't have to worry about that. That was a nice thing, but occasionally not using the AC, yeah, not great, for sure. So pretty. He was such a cute guy. He's so silly, yeah, little baby guy. Much love and support to you. Thank you. You have the cutest kitties? Yeah, this is Siggy boy. This was him today. Look how cute he is. Look how big his eyes are. He's a big chonkin' guy. Love him. He's my big buddy. He was laying on me all day long, just purring. I caught him. I caught him being cute. I caught him being way too cute, so I had to take some pictures. He had to pay the picture toll. There he is. Small boy. Not small. He's 20 pounds. He's a big chonkin' dude. And he's not even really fat. He's just really stocky because he's part Maine Coon is what they're called, the breed that he is. We say that he has snowshoe paws. Here's him on the bed with some bonus black beans, very high in fiber. We call his little toe beans black beans. But he was tramping. He was being a big shrimp. Such a cute guy. I love him. Yeah, I can see you with the kitten eyes. Isn't he so cute? Reminds me a lot of my childhood cat named Tiger. Aw. Yeah, it's funny. When we lived in our old place, a maintenance dude came into our apartment to help us fix up some stuff. And Sig was standing there, and he just looked at Sig, and he just went, "Whoa, that's a big tiger cat," and then went about his job. But we were like, "Yeah, he's a big guy. Yeah, him's Trunks. He's a big happy fellow. He just lays around and purrs and cuddles and nuzzles us. He also has never bit or scratched Morgan and me intentionally. He is not someone who, like, you can bug him. I'll sit there and poke him for like 10 minutes straight. Be like, come on, bite me, do something. Never has bitten me. He just gets up and he moves away if something bothers him. The only time he's ever scratched anyone is like if you hold him for too long. Sometimes he gets a little bit scrambly and he accidentally does it, but he's never swiped either of us. So, which is funny because he was a feral cat they literally found in the trash that we adopted from the shelter. He was like fully feral, like trash animal, and no one wanted him, but we did. So funny when he visits Morgan on the stream and she picks him up. That man is big. Yeah, he's big. We used to have point redeemables to see the cats. Plinko cost way less than Sig because he would come say hi and be, yeah, you could bundle him up. He loved being held. And then Sig was like, we're wrestling an alligator, you know? My cat Tiger was almost 20 pounds, so I know, yeah, he's a big guy. He's a not really overweight. It's literally, he's just huge, just his breed. And he's very vocal. He's very loud. I call him Moo Cow Cat because all he does is he walks around the house going, "Meow." Like he doesn't have a regular meow. Grew up with a 16-pound orange Maine Coon mix. I love large cat. Yeah, so you know. Dad, you're annoying me. Yeah. Excuse my cat almost sent me to the hospital. Oh, no, that's terrible. I'm sorry that happened. Yeah, some cats are feisty. If Plinko hadn't been a super mini runt of the litter, he would have been way more destructive. And he could sometimes bite and scratch hard. Because, again, orange cat energy. He loved on us. He'd lay on our chest. And you wouldn't even have to be touching him. He'd just lay on my chest. He'd be purring. His eyes would be closed. He'd be happy. He'd be nuzzling me with his nose, putting his wet nose on my nose. And then all of a sudden, he'd just go, "All right, I'm done," and launch off of me at 1,000 miles an hour and leave, like, claw marks in my chest. And I'd be like, "Oh, dude, why did you do that?" So, yeah, very orange cat energy for sure. We had a 25-pound cat named Splotch. She was a Torty Calico mix. Oh, my gosh. Cat has a giant cat, or my dad has a giant cat, and if you annoy him, he just might remove a limb. All my cats are very tolerant, but that motherfucker is constantly 2 seconds away from committing a war crime. Yeah, Plinko was a little bit more feisty because he was an orange boy, but he was so small and light because he was the run of the litter. He had so many health issues, too. Lover, though, my other two are babies. That's cute. Orange cat brain cell for sure. Let's rate a friend quick before it gets too late. I can't get too distracted here because I gotta get going. Reset my bedtime. Oh my gosh. Whose energy am I vibing with tonight that I think would be fun? Oh my gosh. Let's raid over to my boy Jason Sully. He's playing some Ark Survival. It's a game about, it's like a survival game about dinosaurs. So even if you can't stick around for this, please at least stick around for the raid. If you can't stick around for the stream, at least, say hi. The more people saying hi to a friend of mine, the better that friend's probably going to feel during the raid. So I would love to send over as much love as we can. If you don't know Jason, he is such a nice guy. One of my favorite friends that I've made through the years of streaming. But he's high energy, silly guy, very distracted, so sometimes he won't be looking at chat as much, but he's a really, really nice dude. Yeah, free parasocial points as well. You get free channel points. Jason is incredible. He won't notice until 5 minutes after the raid. That's just the energy there. But then he'll go, "Oh, Brian! Hey! Hi, Raiders!" And then that will be the intro that you'll get. So, but I want to send the love over to him because he's great. So again, even if you can't stick around for the stream, at least stick around for the raid, so you can say hi. Let's get something fun going here. You met Jason at TwitchCon? That's so great. More Jason love. He's such a nice dude. He's like one of the most honest, genuine dudes in the world. Amazing? Yeah, it's true. He never looks at chat, but he screams every time he realizes something happened. Yep. So funny. Okay, here's one that's targeted at him. Here is, if you don't have my chaos emotes, by the way, feel free to insert any similar one that you would like to into this. But copy paste that. A video of you doing Team Neat Dude members' voices would be so funny. Oh my god, actually that'd be so fun. Jordan and I, one night, we were doing Chris impressions. Last week when I was in LA. We were just going like, yeah, bro. Like, oh, it was so funny. Thank you for the raid 3 hours ago, yeah. All right, I'm going to start the raid here in a second. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. If you're brand new here, please, if you like the vibes, feel free to follow to catch my future streams if you didn't. Thanks for checking me out this long. I don't know why you stuck around this long. Maybe you're making a determination whether you wanted to hang out or not until this very moment. If you came through from the raid, thanks for supporting a friend of mine. Thank you so much. I hope you had a blast, truly. Oh my god, what the heck? Jenna, what the heck? 3 months to Sparkles Chaos. Sparkles Chaos, enjoy the emotes, enjoy the sub badge. What the heck? That's really, really kind of you. Thank you very much for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you so much, Jenna. That generosity is unbelievable. That generosity. See what I did there? All right, you can revoke the sub if you want now. Thank you very much, getting us even closer to Girl Week. What the heck? Again, if you want to, you nerd, yeah. If you have to bounce right away, I'm probably gonna have to bounce right away as well. At least stick around for the raid so that we can inflate Jason's ego because he deserves it. He's great. Streamer's got jokes. I do. But thank you for hanging out here again. If you're new, thanks for the follows. Thank you for any interaction you've had, and thank you for supporting a friend of mine. All of you here, though, thank you for the follows, bits, subs, resubs, gifted subs, donations, anything that came through, Ko-fi signups, whatever. All of you are fantastic for that. Thank you so, so much for making this such a fun job, even with stressful things going on behind the background. God, it's so cool hanging out with everyone. I hope that it shows how much I've been enjoying the content I'm making. The tweets I put up, the Instagram photos and stories I put up, the streams that I do, the YouTube videos, the short form content that I've been posting. I've been having a blast doing short form stuff. It's just very silly. Thank you for just believing in me. I'm a freaking boomer on the internet, just doing my best, and you're all so kind. So much love to you. We got your back. Thank you. That's so kind of you. Thank you very much for chilling and chatting and lurking. No matter what you did, you put your time in this community. More viewers we have, the more watch hours, etc. boost me up in the algorithm. So you're literally helping the community grow by being here. Thank you so, so much for that. Hope that you all enjoyed your time, though, regardless of what you did. Have an absolutely wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it may be for you. All of you are the best in the world. I truly believe that. Thank you so much. Love you all. Finger hearts as usual. I'm going to go ahead and get this raid over to JSOM started, but please stick around so that we can support him. Even if you got to dip right away like me, we are at the very least going to make him feel good in the moment for the raid. Let him know that he's appreciated and loved. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to shoot this over here. Again, if you missed the chat message, you can do that. Insert your own flame emotes or whatever similar ones you have in there. There's also a link for people on mobile in case it doesn't pull you through with a raid, because sometimes Twitch just be doing Twitch things. But we're going to get over there, and I will see you there. Thank you again for everything. This was such a fun stream. See you Tuesday for the costumes. Halloween stuff on Tuesday. Halloween decor. If you want to post it, I'll figure out something fun to do. I'll let everyone know over on the Discord and on social media and stuff. But see you Tuesday for this. It's going to be a good time. I can't wait to get all femmed up again. It's fun. I always like feeling pretty. Anyway, I'll see you guys there. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. 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 Thank you for everything. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.